30th Southeast Asian Games. My name is Manjin Faldas and I am with Mark Butters Heason. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls, children of all ages, are you ready for tonight's main event? I'm so hyped for this, man. Here we go. The Titans, Indonesia versus the host country, Team Philippines. Are we going all the way? It is a best of 5 for the gold medal.
I do think that we have the potential to go to a game 5. But then again, looking at these countries, the Philippines and Indonesia, they have proven themselves to be being capable of producing world-class MLBB players. And right now, they have a chance to cement themselves as the first gold medalist in the esports category.
For the first time in history, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, what a long day we had. Of course, we had AOV earlier, and we have other series of esports entities as well. But again, this is Mobile Legends. Started out in 2016, and now here in San Juan Arena, man. Team Philippines, like what you've said, they've been there, and Team Indonesia, they are the meta shapers. They are the original ones in terms of setting up what strategy there could be in Mobile Legends themselves. But meanwhile, Team Philippines they're still struggling and beating this country.
Yes, and for the Philippines here, I feel that they're really on the momentum-based squad.
Yes.
Like, if they get the first game, you are sure to, expect that they could get the second or probably the third game in a best of 5.
Yes.
But at the same time, Indonesia, they're really strong into, pinpointing their strategies and pinpointing the requirements for them to win in a game.
And to add to that, Butters, last time these two teams fought was, if I'm not mistaken, 3 or 2 days ago. Their score was tied with a 1-1. And then, before we had the SEA Games, we had this test event where the Philippines also won. So it's like an even ball game for both of these teams. But again, guys, if you are a follower of the Mobile Legends Bang Bang professional scene, you will know that Team Indonesia are the titans of this game. But more on that later, right?
More on that later. We will be heading into a short break first before we head on to the draft of game number 1. They really want to win this championship, and this is going to be a best of 5. Technically, for these games, Mobile Legends Bang Bang has a history of, going the distance when the other team, or let's say the underdog that they're proclaiming, wins one game over the expected winners. And right now, both of these teams, they just need one game to win, or one game to win to have the confidence to make it through game number 3 and head on to game number 5. And that's all they need. And right now, as we head on to our team list, Philippines here, Kenneth, Jane Villa, Janiel Bataanon, Alan Jr. Castro Mayor, and we have the others right here. Indonesia on the other side, and they're actually drafting right now. So we are going to head on to the drafting stage in a bit.
Your team is banning.
But right now, Team Philippines and Team Indonesia, they're very much prepared. And they're very much, ready to actually take on each other. Indonesia here starting off with Akaja and Esmeralda Band. Well, for the side of the Philippines, it's going to be the Ling and the Masha. Indonesia here has command over the first pick, and it's going to be the X. Okay, so right now, first 2 picks here for the Philippines. What setup will they go for? Will they go for a Grok? Because as we all know, Philippines right now, they are being very aggressive in their picks, and a Grok would be a no-brainer for this side. So Philippines would just go for that Harith and that Grok. On the other side, Indonesia here setting up for their second and third pick rather. And who will they go for? Indonesia, they have control over the export, so that means their punish game is really strong right now. They just have to pick a hero that can utilize or take advantage of the space that export can give.
All right, brothers, I think that I am back, but I don't know if I am really back. But seeing the first 3 picks of Team Indonesia, they are now relying on their main game insurance.
Okay.
Which is the Claude, and of course, they have their signature hero, which is the Selena, which is clearly a threat for the Team Philippines.
Okay.
If you're having the Harriet and the Brock.
Claude right now and the Selena is going to be the pick for the side of Indonesia. Philippines right now, they have all the space in the world to adjust to these picks. Philippines will go for their signature Baksha Anon, and it's fine. Baksha Anon here, he will be the one who's going to use this Baksha, and he will run over everyone on the side of Indonesia. They have perfect control over this, and as long as Selena doesn't hit the Abyssal Arrow, it wouldn't really matter, because one of the things that Baksha can do is go in the front and not give any space for the Selena to just go for that arrow. I mean, you might hit the arrow, you might hit 1 or 2 arrows, but at the same time, if you're going to get zoned out by the Baksha, that is going to be hard on your side for the commit. Indonesia will be banning out that Ranger, and Philippines will take out the Lunok.
Joe, your team is picking.
Minotaur.
Your team is picking.
Hellcurt. Smash them! All troops deployed! First blood!
Show me the money. Show me the money.
Launch attack! Turtle resurrecting soon.
Okay, so we're back. We're back, guys.
We're back.
Here we go. Here we go. Game number one. That was just a pump fake.
That was just a pump fake.
For the draft. As we are now seeing, ladies and gentlemen, Team Indonesia, they do have the lead right now with the first blood. What do you think about the draft, brothers?
I mean, looking at the draft for the side of the Philippines, they are really trying to go for the slate game because they do have Arcangel on that health card. Well, for the side of Indonesia, they just need to go for the pickoffs. And as I've said yesterday, Indonesia, they're really strong in this pickoff game.
They are definitely Butters. I like what Indonesia is doing right now. They are a very team fight oriented. They have a team fight oriented composition because of the Mino 1's Fury plus the Blazing Duet layered in with the Diamond Force. But as I say this, there is another team fight here in the mid lane. That is, of course, Ridwan getting his first kill of the game. Castro Mayor will just run away. So in terms of controlling the tempo of the early game, Indonesia having the clear advantage.
They really know how to put the strings of the game. Arcangel here being the target.
Okay.
If he will get caught out, Arcangel will be going down to that export.
This is what I like about Team Indonesia. It's not about how you play it mechanically. It's not about the draft. Look at this. Look at Putra on playing this Minotaur. Look at the mind games that he's doing. He is like Bataanon here. Bataanon going in for the zone, but Putra also plays that zone game as well. But meanwhile, as I say this, Team Philippines, they're trying to get this big cow, but still, Putra tanky enough to heal himself. That is going to be the stun coming in for Bataanon, but Team Philippines, they will just go for their own river grab for this game.
Slowly but surely, Philippines wants to get back at Indonesia for those 3 early kills that they got.
Yes.
But Indonesia right now, they're really being careful.
Yep.
Like, they are not giving any chances for the side of the Philippines to initiate a team fight. Because right now, Indonesia, they know they don't have the capability and they can only go for a pick off.
That pick-up is the key to victory. That is, of course, an ultimate for Arcangel to get away. Julianto having 2 kills right now. Bataanon and company, they're trying to set up this tier 1 tower in the bottom lane. Bataanon doing the Bataanon way, just confusing out Team Indonesia, either baiting all of the skills or just probably tanking up and soaking up more damage to create space for his team. Castro Mayor also with a good first kill to probably put in the fear to Verdaus and of course Gustian, sorry.
Gustian here he is trying to find all the farm in the world that he can get right
Yes.
now. And with the side of Indonesia having the lead on kills,
Uh-huh.
it seems to me that he has all the
Turtle
freedom to go
resurrecting
for
soon.
any objective on the map.
They're buying time. They're creating space. It's going to be the cushion game for the Claude game for Gustian.
I mean, they have the same name. It's Gustian
Yeah.
and Gustian.
Yeah, no, it's the Claude. It's the Claude. He's
Claude,
using
it's
the
the
Claude.
Claude.
He's using the Claude. But again, that is a stun coming in from Bataan. Both of these teams buying time for their respected core heroes. Meanwhile, you do have this Selena threat coming in from Team Indonesia to negate all of the potential dive in for Team Philippines.
And look at this, Putra just using his ultimate just to steal the buff. But right now, they're at a very bad position. Philippines here, they really want to get back. One kill, Minotaur will go down.
Minotaur will go down. Villia is here for the backup. Here comes the Momoseno going in for the single pigeon and nice kick
Double kill.
coming in from Middle. That is the double kill coming in from Nepomuceno
Triple
and
kill.
makes that a triple kill.
Killing
But
spree.
Juliato with the retaliation play. Man, 5-4 is the score right now. Team Indonesia still leading by 1.
And this is what we were talking about earlier. Philippines, they just really want the team fight. Indonesia, they're not really capable to take anything right now.
Yes.
And they got 4 kills out of that. Team Philippines, they're at a very nice spot to just stop this, but they have to find a way to take care of Julianto. Julianto is playing out of his mind.
Yes, this is the Esports game for the taking, coming in from Julianto, having of course that fighter emblem, the blood, the festival of blood, which is gives
Oh,
him
look at
the
this.
album. Man, Ferdaus is going down. This is the Castro Mayor and Bataanon bouncer combination.
Bouncer combination, the big boy.
The big boys.
boy duo, the
The
big boy.
duo, and they're putting the smackdown on Putra. But again, this is Putra, man. And Putra is probably the best.
Oh, look at this! Look
Shut
at this!
down.
And they
Mega
have to take
kill.
care of Julianto, and Julianto will go down. But right now, Villa on the middle lane. He
Turtle
will go for the
resurrecting
middle
soon.
dragon, and they will take down Nelia. And look at this! Christian, he is the last man standing onto the middle lane. Putra will be helping him as well. But Castro Mayor, he will be the one who zones out everyone.
A lot of confusing skirmishes happening here right now. Again, both of these teams having a team fight-oriented lineup. But I do feel, Butters, that it's not about who has the better items. I think that it is about who plays the mind games.
Yes.
Who plays the mind
Yes,
games? Is it going to be Putra or is it going to be Bataanon?
I do agree, Manjin, because right now the level of macro and micro play for these teams, they're really good at it. I
Yes.
would say that they're equals,
Yes.
but at the same time, it's all about the the fight choices that you
Yes.
take.
Yes.
Because right now, if you have the same items and looking at the net worth, they're not really that
that far.
that
right?
far to each other. So
Yeah. That's why this is the grand finals. That's why this is the best of the best. Meanwhile, Villa is lurking in. Who will take the turtle? It's going to be this Lilia, but that is the stun coming in from the Anon. Okay, Reed 1 will able to survive that, but Putra is just too tanky. One heck of a cow right here. Back to what I did.
he got hit. He got hit.
Got hit by an arrow.
Arcangel will go down, and this is what we meant about the Selena.
Yeah,
When you have a split pusher, you really need to take care of your surroundings.
definitely.
Be alert.
Yeah, because that is, of course, the 3-second arrow up for the taking. Meanwhile, that is the defense coming in from Team Indonesia. Doesn't really want to give this tier 2 tower. Sorry, in the bottom lane. And again, this is Claude in the late game, which can actually outplay a Hellcurt in terms of micro plays. Like, if ever the Claude goes for the BMI and then just fake his ultimate, he can actually burst down this Hellcurt quickly.
Yes, and that is one of the things that we have to look out for. Julianto try to chase down Castro Mayor, and
Yes.
Castro Mayor isn't really faced about anything here. And Gustian will be the next target. And Nepomuceno gets
Nice
hit.
arrow. Nice arrow! That is a check down onto the Harris. And Bataanon is also falling low. Oh man, Rid 1 getting another kill. Arcangel as well. 3 heroes will fall down. Team Indonesia clearly in the lead. for the first 10 minutes of our game. Ferdows just hitting all the arrows, man.
They should have just went back rather than, forcing a kill on the other side.
Yes.
You don't really get anything out of it, and you can't really turn that into an objective.
Yes.
So I don't really know why they forced that.
But it's because of the arrows, man. Again, there's a 50-50 chance of you getting
Oh, look at, wow, Billia with outplay!
Yeah, Billia going for the outplay. But man, I do feel that he
Lord
is also gonna
resurrecting
die
soon.
in the hands of this Lilia and Putra. Putra now having the Queen's wings. Back to what I was saying earlier. Butters. This is about who plays the better zoning game.
Who plays the better zoning game? And right now, the Black Shoes will be committed. Nepomuceno hugging out Julianto. Julianto here just going for the fire missile, fire stakes. And Castro Mayor being very tanky. He zones out everyone on the side here of Indonesia.
But man, Putra is really looking scary right now. Probably the most dominant force in the game, I should say.
The big boy.
The big boy, the biggest boy there is. Bigger than Bataanon and bigger than Castro Mayor. So what will Philippines do right now? I do feel that they need to target the Claude, probably go for pickups, force out a team fight, bait a good ultimate, and then go back. Because Team Indonesia, they have a lot of safe mobility skills. You have the Black Shoes, and you have the PMI, plus the Piraga Armor coming in for their team.
Yes.
So,
and you don't really have to commit anything because you have the Abyssal Arrow, and that is one initiation factor that you have to look at.
Definitely.
Team Philippines, you cannot get hit. If you get hit, it's going to be an instant initiation coming up from Indonesia.
Definitely. The 3-second Abyssal Arrow, plus you have this Claude. Oh man, look at the damage of this Claude to Bataanon. Bataanon, half health right now. Ferdows, he is attacking the River Crab. They're setting up for the first Lord of this game. Villa and the Export. They're out of this team fight. Both of the teams now having the Lord Dance.
Okay, so Putra here, his rage meter actually went full, and right now they're going to try and force out the ultimate, but Putra,
Man,
he doesn't have his rage up now, and they can take this fight, but Putra here has his Minoan Fury up, and he will be using it to have fun.
the question here, Butters, is how do you soften a cow? How do you soften a cow,
Before
man?
you marinate.
Before you marinate it, because Putra is just proving us wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, 11-9. Lord is at half health. Red One is taking care of it. Meanwhile, that is, of course, another box out play coming in from Putra.
Villa.
Villa going for the rat ML plays right now.
The Trilla and Villa, and right now,
Killing
Castro Mayor
spree.
trying to use the wild charge.
That is a sacrificial play coming in from Castro Mayor.
Oh, Villa! Villa!
Okay, the lights are off. But again, that is last insanity. Villa going in for the push. Two
Shut
more
down.
hits. That is the second of the Lilia. Double check from Nepomuceno.
He might actually get the kill! Oh my goodness! He actually got the kill! Villa!
Trilla and Villa! Oh my!
Oh my! What is happening in the Philippines here? Just pushing and Trilla and Villa!
Trilla and Villa is real! Mr. Butters, 14 to 13! Oh, man! Even
they want to end it! They want to end it!
Even though you have the big cow, we are here in the Philippines. Villa and Nepomuceno, they will take care of
Wiped
Putra.
out.
Yes, they will end this game!
Philippines take game number 1 against Indonesia, and just with one fight, they changed the tides, they turned the tides, and they won this game. Indonesia, they don't know what happened there.
I'm gonna call that the Villa in Manila. The Villa in Manila has come. Oh my! Who would have thought? And we've seen this time and time again from Cho players in the Philippines. That split push type of Cho. Man, let's look at the highlights, guys. Okay, so it is clear that Indonesia, they are controlling the tempo of this early game because of this export and because of the Minotaur.
Yes.
But man, the plan of Philippines is just confuse them out. We don't care about the team fight. We don't care about the clash.
Triple
It's
kill.
about the objectives.
Killing
And
spree.
Villa is targeting
Shut
all of that.
down.
And looking at Indonesia here, they played it right and they just made a few wrong mistakes along the way, and that caused them to really drop the game.
Yes.
They had the lead into the early game, but Philippines, they really stood their ground. They just went for the farm. They went for a pickoff. They went for the fights that they can win. And look at this play. This certain play is so brilliant that it put Indonesia on the edge. And Villa, he actually got the kill on export. And when he revived, he got the kill again.
I like the timing coming in from Villa. He waited for the Piraga armor to expire, and then he went for that immediate burst with the Way of the Dragon, plus Arcangel
Wiped out.
with a nice assist on this ultimate on turning off the lights. That's why it gave Villa all of the space to do the Rat Mobile Legends.
Because at the same time, if you turn off all the lights, you can't see anything.
Can't see anything.
You can't see anything.
If you turn the lights now, you cannot see anything. That's right.
We can't set an example because you know you can't see us. The broadcast will end.
The broadcast will end. But that's how powerful the Hellcurt pick is, right?
Yes.
That's how powerful the Hellcurt pick is. But man, okay, we are now up 1-0. You've told me this earlier that we just need 1 point in order for us to get the confidence and probably the advantage coming into the next games.
Yes. Historically speaking, there is a trend for Mobile Legends Bang Bang that if the underdog actually gets one win, it's gonna take them to game number 5.
Oh, we shall see, man.
We shall
so
see.
excited. I'm so excited. We shall see, ladies and gentlemen. That is game number 1 of Philippines and Indonesia. Don't go away. The Philippines 2019 30th SEA Games will be right back.
My name is Robert Boone. I'm the captain of Esports SG, and I go by the IGN of Oh Dear Bambi. I was sacrificing my studies for esports because competitions unfortunately fell during my exam period, so I wasn't able to study as much, and because of that my grades did take some damage. I always wanted to be in competitions. I want to try out, and see how I would perform in the competition. And if you're gonna ask me a year ago if I ever thought I would represent Singapore in anything, the answer would be no. And then here I am today, being selected and given the chance to represent Singapore in SEA Games. I think it's a wonderful honor, and I look forward to it. I'm just afraid that I don't do up to the expectations and I let the country down, But of course, I know I'm going to work hard and make sure my team trains hard and we perform well.
Hi, ako nga pala si Carlito Ribo Jr. Ang IGN ko, Ribo. Player ako ng Team Seaball for Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Before ako maging pro player sa Mobile Legends, dati akong karerista ng motor. Nung nakita akong mga tropa ko na naglalaro ng Mobile Legends, parang nagdalawang isip ako na pag-quit ako sa drag racing. Tapos tinry ko yung maging Mobile Legends naman. Tapos naging okay naman. Tapos nung nakakuha ako ng team, doon na, nag-quit na ako sa lahat ng ginagawa ko nung dati. Gagawa kami ng mga strategy, kami gagawa ng meta dito sa Pilipinas para ilaban namin sa buong Asia. Gagawin namin lahat para lang makuha namin yung gold medals para sa Pilipinas.
I'm Angelo Arcangel, IGNQ, Team Captain of Seaball Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Before ako maging pro player, college student ako sa RTU. Madalas lang ako naglalaro ng kung ano-anong games kasi yun talaga hilig ko. Nung nagsimula ako maging pro player, hindi pa masyadong supportive yung parents ko kasi syempre lahat naman ng parents gusto nag-aaral yung anak nila. Pero ngayon national team na sobrang proud na nila sa akin. Nung napili ako sa SEA Games bilang representative ng Philippines, na-excite ako kasi ito yung unang medal event sa Esports. Para sa mga player na bago lang dyan, ang ma-advise ko lang is huwag kayo mawawala ng tiwala lagi sa kampi nyo. Huwag nyo silang sisisihin lagi kasi bumababa yung confidence nila. Disiplina lang talaga kailangan.
Nama gue Christian Antonius, nickname gue Krypton. Gue kuliah di Business University. Jurusan gue teknik industri. Harus punya skill dan mental yang kuat. Kalau secara tim harus punya chemistry dan juga kepercayaan terhadap tim tersebut. Yang pasti bangga dan senang banget karena banyak orang yang ingin sampai sana tapi tidak semuanya bisa sampai sana dan saya menjadi salah satunya.
My name is Robert Boone. I'm the captain of Esports SG, and I go by the IGN of Odia Bambi. I was sacrificing my studies for esports because competitions unfortunately fell during my exam period, so I wasn't able to study as much, and because of that, my grades did take some damage. I always wanted to do competitions. I want to try out, and see how I would perform in the competition. And if you're gonna ask me a year ago if I ever thought I would represent Singapore in anything, the answer would be no. And then here I am today, being selected and given the chance to represent Singapore in SEA Games. I think it's a wonderful honor, and I look forward to it. I'm just afraid that I don't do up to the expectations and I let the country down, But of course, I know I'm going to work hard and make sure my team trains hard and we perform well.
Hi, ako nga pala si Carlito Ribo Jr. Ang IGN ko, Ribo. Player ako ng Team C-Ball for Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Before ako maging pro player sa Mobile Legends, dati akong karerista ng motor. Nung nakita akong mga tropa ko na naglalaro ng Mobile Legends, parang nagdalawang isip ako na pag-quit ako sa drag racing. Tapos tinry ko yung maging Mobile Legends na. Tapos naging okay naman. Tapos nung nakakuha ako ng team, doon na, nag-quit na ako sa lahat ng ginagawa ko nung dati. Gagawa kami ng mga strategy, kami gagawa ng meta dito sa Pilipinas para ilaban namin sa buong Asia.
Very small AOE damage hitbox.
Yes.
So you can't really rely on it onto the team fights. But when it's going to be a 1v1, Export doesn't really have that factor in which he can burst down someone instantly just because you really have to use the last insanity.
Plus, he doesn't have any catch for the Cho, right? Of course, the Cho has this mechanic where he can pull off an extra anti-crowd control skill. Of course, Export does have the power stakes, but man, I think that this game doesn't even I've told you this. It's about the mind games.
It's about the mind games.
It is also about the heart.
Yes.
Because Villa and Nepomuceno, they played it with their hearts out.
Yes,
for that specific fight in the top lane, right?
You can never lose hope in these kinds of games because one game actually decides in whether you actually win this or you get the silver medal.
Yes.
But what they did was they really trusted in each other, because if you think about it, Villa, he really wanted to go for the backup. He really wanted to help. But look at this. Indonesia, they really trusted each other as well. But Julianto here went in for a very early last insanity. And that really costed him, the duel up top.
You're right. Because Villa has the high and dry, which gives you extra damage in terms of one-on-one. Well, I'm sorry if I'm gonna check that out if it's the high and dry or probably the tank emblem. But again, because of the lack of Raga armor, that is instant kill after the way of the dragon. Plus, if you're gonna think about it, if we're going back in the fight in the mid lane, they don't have any catch.
Yeah.
For the side of Indonesia, they don't have a catch for Nepomuceno's Harriet. That's why Harriet quickly got this double kill and
Yeah.
probably a triple kill.
And that is one of the requirements here for the side of Indonesia to win. They really needed that Minotaur ultimate every single time. And
Yes.
see how they force the fights. They would go inside the jungle of Team Philippines, and they would just take out the buff, and
Yes.
they would really aim to steal it. Because when Philippines actually forces themselves onto them, like they really want to get the kill, and that only means that they're overextending, and that means that they cannot take the fight like that.
Definitely, definitely, Butters. I feel that this is about whoever has the ruthless aggression.
Ruthless aggression.
We've seen it time and time again. For coming in from Putra, like he was against the tankiness of Castro Mayor and Baksha Anon. That
Baksha
was
Anon, yeah.
1 versus 2, right? We've seen it time and time again from that game.
Yeah, man. One of the things that you have to look at here for the side of Baksha is, to be honest,
We're now calling him Baksha Anon.
Baksha
right?
Anon.
No, but it is Bata Anon.
Bata Anon. For
Okay.
Bata Anon
Sorry,
here,
back to what you're saying, man.
he knows his role. Like, he didn't really perform that well compared to the other games that he had on the Baksha.
Yeah.
But this is one of the things that you have to look at when you are playing with Bata Anon, or you're casting, or you're viewing Bata Anon. He knows his role.
Okay.
He would go the distance. He would jump over terrain just to get through the Selena and hug down the Selena
Yeah.
till the Selena is forced out, or with half HP, or better yet, he takes down the Selena.
Definitely, because Selena is the main threat after the Abyssal Arrow. Of course, you have the Abyssal Traps for her to probably steal all of these jungles coming in for the side of Team Philippines. But man, I would just want to emphasize on how strong Team Indonesia is. Man, all of them for Daos, they just don't have any catch for this Harriet, for Nepomuceno. And plus, you have a Minotaur in your lineup. The only key for Minotaur, the only thing for the Minotaur to do is just go for that Minowan Fury and nothing else, right?
Yeah, and we did see a lot of what do you call this? The Abyssal Arrows coming out from the Selena. It really hit Nepomuceno once or twice.
Probably,
and that really
10
cost,
times.
yeah, probably 5 to 10 times, and it really cost them a lot of skirmishes. So Philippines here, they did win that game.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was a very sloppy game for their side. And it's just that Indonesia here, they just went for the wrong decision.
Yes.
Onto
yes.
the last fight.
Yes.
They really split their forces. They split their units. And they just went. But they didn't really think about the only fast that Cho has. It was enough to take down
Towers.
Julianto.
Yeah, Julianto.
And
Yeah.
it was enough to take down the turret.
I like it, man. Philippines.
Was enough to take down the turret.
I like it, man. Philippines even utilizing their passive. But man, look at this. I do feel that Team Indonesia, they are angry and hungry right now because of that loss.
team is
It's still
banned.
not over, ladies and gentlemen. We've seen this team come back from their previous.
It won't face them.
Yeah, from their previous M1 game.
Yeah.
That was a game of best of 7 match.
Best of 7
and they
match.
were down 3-0 and they come back from that deficit,
Yes,
right?
they really came back from that deficit. And right now, we are going to head on to our draft. And look at the atmosphere here on the side of Indonesia.
Your team
It's
is
not
banning.
that heavy,
It's
but
not
at the
that
same
heavy,
time,
yes.
you really see them. They're
Yes.
really eager to get this win
They- yeah.
over the side of the Philippines. And Philippines here, they're feeling pretty good
Yes.
with their win. Game number 1, it was a bit sloppy, but at the same time, what matters matters.
Yeah, but if you're gonna look at their faces, it seems
Your
like
team
Team
is
Philippines
picking.
are within their tension zone.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Team Indonesia, they're quite unfazed right now because of game number 1. Like what you've said, probably
Export.
their decision
team
was not
is
right.
picking.
They overcommitted on that Lord fight, and okay. Says the team captain of Team Indonesia, let's go, let's move on, let's ban the Grok, and let's ban the Ling. Meanwhile, for Philippines, they will eliminate the split push Masha, and they will eliminate the Skaja.
They don't like that. They don't like that Kaja
Kufra.
potential coming out
Esmeralda.
from Indonesia. It's
Your
very
team
scary.
is picking.
Indonesia right now, they go for that 1-2 punch straight for it. It's
1-2
going to be the
punch.
Esmeralda and the Kufra.
Yeah.
Philippines here, they got the export, so they have a lot of answers to those two heroes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Philippines, they need to get those heroes that cannot be zoned out by a Kufra or by an Esmeralda, and they would still go for the Baksha. And just saying, if they go for this Baksha, I like
Your
this
team
pick,
is
considering that
picking.
there is an Esmeralda on Indonesia side.
Definitely, definitely. Both of the teams are having a sustain type of composition here for their first phase of the picks and bans. Esmeralda and the Kufra can reach you from afar because of the falling star moon and the Tyrant's Revenge. Plus, again, Indonesia.
Your team
Oh
is
man, I do
banning.
feel that we're gonna have a slobber knocker here. A more sustain coming in. You have the spellbomb, you have the shields, and more health coming in for Team Indonesia. Meanwhile, in terms of sustain plus mobility, it is present for Team Philippines, right?
Yeah, because if you think about it, Baksha here, what he needs to do is to pick up a Necklace of Durance.
Yes.
If he ever picks up a Necklace of
Your
Durance,
team
it will
is
stop
banning.
the Esmeralda and it will stop the Thams from sustaining themselves. And that's the only thing that he needs to do. He needs to stay alive in the fight.
Yeah, he just needs to roll out everyone.
He
He just
needs
needs
to roll
to bait out of this, all of these skills, important skills coming in from Team Indonesia. I like the counter ban here for Team Philippines. That is their main threat. The true damage coming in from the
Your
carry.
team is
Meanwhile,
picking.
what is going to be the pick here for Team Indonesia? Do you need probably crits or more damage output? Because the Export, the Basha, and the Cho are so tough heroes here.
I just feel that Indonesia is gonna go for a Granger. Like, they really need a Granger. And
Yeah.
Indonesia here, they don't have that cleanup potential.
Mhm.
So, they just showed two of their cores already. So if they don't go for a Granger or Marksman here, it's going to be very hard for them. But look at the Philippines here. They actually
They're
banned
confident,
out
yes.
the carry.
Yeah.
And it's ironic that if they go
Your
for
team is
if they
picking.
went for that carry, they could actually take down a lot of heroes here for the side of Indonesia. But the only reason why they did that is they cannot let Baksha Anon or the Baksha just fall down to the backlines just because there's a carry there.
Yes, yes, like what we've said, right? The true damage. Meanwhile, Philippines, they're hovering mage heroes here. Okay, so they are now playing it safe. They're playing it safe. They want the team fight, right? They want the team fight. But is this a Bruno pick? It's the only marksman left for the side of Philippines. Okay, that is it.
Your
And it's a
team
cameo
is
for
picking.
someone on the Askell side.
Yes,
My brother.
for the football team.
For the football team.
It's for the football
It's
Southeast Asian Games.
Okay.
But you're watching Mobile Legends.
But this is Mobile Legends and Philippines. They have a really strong lineup, and Indonesia, they have their own strategies as well.
Oh,
And they
Akai.
would go for the Akai. And
well, man, in terms of draft, I'm not being biased here, but Team Indonesia, for me, got the win this time because for Team Philippines, yes, they do have a good draft, but for them to win, they need to buy time for this Bruno. Bruno is not that good in the early game against a Tams, against an Akai, and probably against their marksman, the Granger, right?
And this is where Team Philippines should stand together. Kagura and Export, they have a lot of pressure on their hands, and they really need to find a way to create space for these two heroes that they pick.
Yes.
Their two cores can't really fight into the early game, and what they aim for here is the mid to late game spike.
Yes.
Well, for the side of Indonesia, they're well balanced. They have early, mid,
The
and
enemy
late game.
reaches the
Yes.
battlefield.
I think that
Smash
is
them.
about who will get the
All
first
troops
statue
deployed.
shocker of this game, because the Esmeralda and the Kagura, they heavily rely on these pops to get themselves going in terms of picking off heroes. So here we go, all troops deploy. We are now inside the Celestial Palace. Both of the teams going for the two-man strategy in the mid lane.
And look at how these teams just go for the zone out. On the blue corner, we do have the Philippines. On the red, we have
We
Indonesia.
have Indonesia. So here we go. Astro Mayor and Nepomuceno going in for their own statue spinner and statue statue shocker. And man, look at this. Nepomuceno saving time, even lasting the Crimson Lizard to get that quick experience here.
Efficiency and discipline. Nepomuceno just showing us that he can be as explosive in the clashes as he just takes down those jungle monsters. But right now, he will go for the dash out and clear down, actually missing that Tyrant
Yes,
Rage.
he's waiting for that ultimate. After this level 4, he can probably go for that quick dive here in the top lane. Villa, he has the crowd control, but meanwhile, we need to focus here in the bottom side. It is Julianto versus Arcangel. Again, the Bruno will have a hard time against the spellbound of the stamps.
And Granger here just clearing out the waves. Villa having a great time onto the top lane. Castro Mayor just really helping the Nepomuceno secure everything that he needs. And it's very important for Akagura to scale up in terms of levels, because one of the things that you have to look at
Turtle
is the
resurrecting
cooldown
soon.
coming out from his skills. If he can throw it as let's say 2 or 3 times,
Yes.
that is going to be very helpful in the coming fights.
Plus, all of your enemies are melees, right? So it is clear that Kagura has this certain type of advantage in terms of range. Meanwhile, both of the supports here, some of the supports here are trying to create space and probably spot out heroes on where are they going to rotate. But we did not see this. Arcangel was forced to back out. So he walked all the way in the bottom lane just to regain this confidence in terms of leveling up.
Redwan just charging up that falling star moon, and he will fall to the middle lane just to clear out the waves. And this is going to be the very important objective onto the top lane. It's going to be the turtle, and both teams are eyeing that. Philippines wants to go for the steep, Indonesia really wants to secure.
And who will go for the initiation play? That is the warning ultimate coming in from Bataanon.
The warning shot.
The warning shot. Just facing it out, but man, this is Stamps' game for the taking. Julianto having the time of his life here in the bottom lane. This is the second statue shocker in the red side. Fire sticks coming in. That's insanity for the side of Team Philippines. The statue shocker is still alive. Indonesia. First blood coming in from Nepomuceno, but meanwhile the Joe will fall down. Also as the X-Board, Arcangel is here for the volley shot to follow up. That is 2-1. Team Indonesia having this advantage in the first stages of our match.
Indonesia, they actually handled that well. Esmeralda there didn't really, get a lot of those kills that they got. But
Launch
at the same
attack!
time, Philippines here, they should be looking at their positions. Indonesia wasn't really prepared for that, so they got an easy pass out of it.
Yes.
They didn't really get wiped.
Yes.
But at the same time, when you use the last insanity, you didn't really get the buff, you didn't really get anything. But right now, Astro Mayor really wants to get still a trade out. Trade out here will just go down. The pressure is on for the side of Indonesia.
Okay.
And Putra here will get out alive. Goshen still wants to kill the Nepomuceno, but Bataanon.
The Bataanon with the rollout, pops that ultimate. He is burning the dance floor. Meanwhile, Christian will just back off. That is a counter. Go coming in from Red 1. Bataanon, he is falling low. Just litter of health. That is, of course, the revenge kill from this Esmeralda. Meanwhile, we are 4 minutes in, and this is still the first turtle of our game.
And this is a very active map right now. Everyone is being proactive. Nothing let's say in terms of the time, nothing is being wasted right now for both of these teams. They really tried to get everything that they can. But Villa here with the dash player out, he will survive. Villa and Manila.
Villa and Manila is still present here, but in exchange, Indonesia will get their first tower of this game. Both of the teams still eyeing this turtle bomber down. Oh no, he will get cut out. That is an ultimate coming in from Christian. Castro Mayor coming in for the last insanity. Meanwhile, Nepomuceno and Arcangel just shooting him up. Thumbs away. Oh no, nice ultimate coming in from this Esmeralda. Arcangel, he will fall down. Indonesia, man. A kill for a kill.
He wants a kill, but Putra has something in mind, and Granger will get that kill. Goshen here making the most out of that Bounty Hunter emblem.
Oh my, Team Indonesia still winning fight after fight. But this is killing spree from Nepomuceno. Again, Nepomuceno in the zone
Nepomuceno.
on getting kills. He'll just fake back. He will just fake out his retreat.
Oh!
Shut down.
Nepomuceno with a sneaky
Killing
turtle
spree.
pick, but
Double
for
kill.
an exchange, that is a value exchange. Double kill coming in from Esmeralda. Villa in Manila going toe to toe with Putra, and Putra will just disengage with that second skill. 4-7 is our score, man. 6 minutes in our game. Who has the advantage?
Chilling like a Villa. Philippines here, they don't have the advantage in terms of kill score, but at the same time, the presence of Indonesia on the map isn't really that scary.
Yeah.
Considering that they have the Esmeralda, they have the Granger, Philippines can still take a fight and win that fight.
They need to get Nepomuceno because of the extra anti-crowd control of the Rusho Umbrella.
Putra, that was a very nice play. Castro Mayor might actually go down, but the vulnerability rather, is there. Firdaus on the other hand, but Asron on the front lines.
This is a 4-on-4 fight. Arcangel going in for the kick, but man,
Shut
the
down.
camera will shut down this Esmeralda. Meanwhile, Bataanon is here fronting up all of the heroes coming in from Team Indonesia. So as Firdaus, fire! Says Castro Mayor. Yeah, that is the Fire Nation's shout.
Double kill.
But Castro Mayor will just fall down. 5-10. Indonesia.
Look at the damage coming up from Arcangel. Putra here might actually go down, and look at that.
Indonesia, they're just too tanky right now because of the spellbounds. And
Oh, Arcangel getting caught out. This is bad for the side of the Philippines. And that's going to be a kill on Arcangel. Indonesia getting pick-off after pick-off.
that is the problem, of course, with this Bruno pick. Like what we've said, we cannot kill him
Killing spree.
in the early stages of this fight.
Double kill.
And that is
Turtle
clearly a
resurrecting
shutdown
soon.
for Team Philippines' Bruno. Meanwhile, Indonesia clearly in control of the first 8 minutes of our game, and they will get the second turtle of this one.
Castro Mayor, can he make it in time for the contest? No, he won't. Esmeralda will be securing that turtle. Philippines right now is in a very bad spot. Indonesia looks like they really want to end this game early, and they know that they cannot let the Bruno scale up in terms of items. Villa is having a hard time stretching the tower just because Esmeralda is always at his throat.
That is one first team. Esmeralda there against the Joe. Julianto setting that up. We are now coming into the late game, ladies and gentlemen. But in terms of items, Arcangel, he's not yet there. Putra is just too confident, tanking out all of his crits. And there you go. That is another 1,000-pounder. He is at the middle of the tier 2 and the tier 3, and he is standing. That is one of Bataanon's moves right there. Okay, Red One with another falling star mode. That is 3-on-4 here in the bottom side. Indonesia clearly leading. Here we go.
Oh, Arcangel!
Okay.
Arcangel, he got missed by Firdaus. Firdaus here will go down. If this is the proper fight of the Philippines, they really want to take this. Granger, Esmeralda, their damage is way too high. Falling star move, they cannot really see where Esmeralda is going to come from, and that was a good back. The Yang overturn will be proc, but it wouldn't really be enough damage to take down the players from the side of Indonesia.
I like the discipline from Indonesia. Just letting Gustian go for the Dead Sonata pokes plus the Rhapsody. 6 for Team Villa. He still wants to pull off another miracle play. But man, I do feel that Team Indonesia, they have their eyes on him. Look at this.
Killing spree.
He will die in Red One. You can't do
Lord
that again.
resurrecting soon.
Villa, but Bataanon here trying to save his ally, and Ridwan here with his ultimate, he will be throwing it out, and he will secure that kill on Bataanon, Julianto, Ridwan, and Gustian. They're feeling it right now, and they're inside their zones.
Are you feeling it now, Gustian? Here we go, Putra.
Oh my
Pinning
goodness.
down Castro Mayor with a clutch ultimate there, but man, we're down going in.
What a
Well,
play.
it's nice that Sonata from Gustian, Team Indonesia.
What a play coming up from Firdaus. It you saw that Tyrant's Revenge, he didn't really push Arcangel near the wall.
Yes.
What he did is he threw him back near his allies so they can secure the kill.
Definitely, that was indeed an assist. But here we go. There's going to be another
Mega
fight.
kill.
Mega kill coming in from this Esmeralda, shutting down the Monero. So there's no damage whatsoever for the side of Philippines. It's now Bataanon. The Bataanon defense is now here. But look at Indonesia. They're with the Lord and they want to finish game number 2. There you go. Indonesia taking this one. It is 1-1 for the grand finals of the 30th SEA Games. Mobile Legends Bang Bang Esports.
And that, as we say, is the fall of Bataanon. But, Manjin, seeing how Indonesia played, this is what we expected from them.
Yes.
This is really what we expected from them. We don't really, we didn't really expect less. We knew that Indonesia was capable of shutting down the Philippines playstyle.
Yeah. And I think they choked them out with the Bruno pick, right? In terms of team fights, the Philippines, they lacked damage in the early game.
And
because the Bruno was not yet online.
They cannot force these kinds of strategies. If in our own meta we can do this, Indonesia, they will abuse this straight up. They will take advantage of that Bruno. And this is a perfect showing on how Indonesia just cripples everyone if you pick a very questionable pick on your side.
Yeah,
Double
man.
kill.
This is like game number 1, same situation
Killing spree.
for Team
Double
Indonesia,
kill.
dominating the
Turtle
early
doesn't-
game, playing it safe, and disciplining themselves in terms of backing up and punishing Philippines. And they did very
Mega
well
kill.
for game number 2, and this is quite threatening
Unstoppable.
for Team Philippines. They have their eyes on Villa right now. Villa cannot pull off this split push type of play because again you have this reach of the Esmeralda and the Kufra. So I do feel, man, that we're going on all the way. I think that Team Indonesia, they're back in their A game.
Yeah, the thing about these kinds of games is it's only game number 2.
Yes.
And Philippines introducing themselves to the side of Indonesia, in Indonesia doing the same as well in game number 2. And game number 3 is going to be a very important game for these two teams because that is when the momentum kicks in.
So it is now a best of 3.
It's now a best of 3. This is actually a reset.
Yes.
And Manjin, what are we expecting from both teams coming to game number 3?
I am expecting another bloodbath here coming in from for game number 3. I feel that Team Philippines, they have the driver's seat in terms of draft in the early stages of the draft where they picked up the Baksha Anon, right? The Basha. But with Team Indonesia batting the Kimi, and they got their Granger, their Granger.
Yeah.
There's no other marksman left, right? It's only the Bruno, and like what you've said, Team Indonesia, they capitalize on the situation.
The thing about the Bruno marksman is you really need to have a good grasp on what the other team is going to bring in terms of aggression. But we will talk about that in a bit.
More of that in a bit, right?
More of that in a bit.
I want to see more action. We are at 1-1. Ladies and gentlemen, again, guys, don't change your channel. Don't change your browser.
Don't touch your screens.
Don't touch your screens. The Philippines 2019 30th SEA Games will be right back.
Hi, ako nga pala si Carlito Ribo Jr. Ang IGN ko, Ribo. Player ako ng Team Cebol for Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Before ako maging pro player sa Mobile Legends, dati akong karerista ng motor. Nung nakita akong mga tropa ko na naglalaro ng Mobile Legends, parang nagdalawang isip ako na pag-quit ako sa drag racing. Tapos tinry ko yung maging Mobile Legends na. Tapos naging okay naman. Tapos nung nakakuha ako ng team, doon na, nag-quit na ako sa lahat ng ginagawa ko nung dati. Gagawa kami ng mga strategy, kami gagawa ng meta dito sa Pilipinas para ilaban namin sa buong Asia. Gagawin namin lahat para lang makuha namin yung gold medals para sa Pilipinas. Hi, ako nga pala si Carlito Ribo Jr. Ang IGN ko, Ribo. Player ako ng Team C-Ball for Mobile Legends Bangbang. Before ako maging pro player sa Mobile Legends, dati akong karerista ng motor. Nung nakita akong mga tropa ko na naglalaro ng Mobile Legends, parang nagdalawang isip ako na pag-quit ako sa drag racing. Tapos tinry ko yung maging Mobile Legends na. Tapos naging okay naman. Tapos nung nakakuha ako ng team, doon na, nag-quit na ako sa lahat ng ginagawa ko nung dati. Gagawa kami ng mga strategy, kami gagawa ng meta dito sa Pilipinas para ilaban namin sa buong Asia. Gagawin namin lahat para lang makuha namin yung gold medals para sa Pilipinas. Hi, ako nga pala si Carlito Ribo Jr. Ang IGN ko, Ribo. Player ako ng Team C-Ball for Mobile Legends Bangbang. Before ako maging pro player sa Mobile Legends, dati akong karerista ng motor. Nung nakita akong mga tropa ko na naglalaro ng Mobile Legends, parang nagdalawang isip ako na pag-quit ako sa drag racing. Tapos tinry ko yung maging Mobile Legends na. Tapos naging okay naman. Tapos nung nakakuha ako ng team, doon na, nag-quit na ako sa lahat ng ginagawa ko nung dati. Gagawa kami ng mga strategy, kami gagawa ng meta dito sa Pilipinas para ilaban namin sa buong Asia. Gagawin namin lahat para lang makuha namin yung gold medals para sa Pilipinas. Hi, ako nga pala si Carlito Ribo Jr. Ang IGN ko, Ribo. Player ako ng Team C-Ball for Mobile Legends Bangbang. Before ako maging pro player sa Mobile Legends, dati akong karerista ng motor. Nung nakita akong mga tropa ko na naglalaro ng Mobile Legends, parang nagdalawang isip ako na pag-quit ako sa drag racing. Tapos tinry ko yung maging Mobile Legends na. Tapos naging okay naman. Tapos nung nakakuha ako ng team, doon na, nag-quit na ako sa lahat ng ginagawa ko nung dati. Gagawa kami ng mga strategy, kami gagawa ng meta dito sa Pilipinas para ilaban namin sa buong Asia. Gagawin namin lahat para lang makuha namin yung gold medals para sa Pilipinas.
Smash them. All troops deploy. First blood. You have slain an enemy. Double kill. Triple kill. Killing spree. An ally has been slain. You have been slain. Enemy double kill. Enemy triple kill.
Mobile Legends, as they say, is a momentum game.
Yes.
Now, who will win game number 3 of this best of 5 series versus Indonesia and the
Team is
Philippines? We are going to be your shoutcasters. I am Mark Butters. He's on alongside me is Manjin Faldas.
Yes. All right, Butters. All right.
Okay.
Like what you've said, whoever wins this will have the momentum
Yes.
advantage. But for me, I feel that Indonesia,
They're really strong.
They're just really strong, man. I mean, coming into game number 1, I don't want to say this, but Philippines, I feel that they're quite lucky in terms
Yes,
of that
yes,
split
actually.
push game. But it is clear that Indonesia has the advantage. Even at game number 2, even though Nepomuceno was really doing well in terms of getting that power spike and going in for the burst damage, it is still about the
Your
tanks
team
here,
is
the supports
picking.
here for Indonesia, setting up all of these rotations and all of these punishing plays for their team, right? We've talked about this in the break that Putra is just very uncanny.
Yes.
It's just uncanny in playing these type of tanks. Again, it's about the mind games.
It's about the mind games.
Controlling the entire map, right?
Yes.
Controlling the other players, right?
Rock.
Controlling your team.
I just feel that Indonesia, they're actually putting a lot of emphasis into securing the better tanks as compared to
Your
Philippines.
team is
Because if you
picking.
think about it, Putra is always put in a position where he can bully
Yeah.
the other heroes here from the side of the Philippines. I mean, for the Philippines, yes, they're putting emphasis on those tanks as well.
Yeah.
But when they see an opportunity that they can get a core that they're comfortable with, they would just go for that.
Yes. And I want to see the Filipino gangsters be online here. Butters, Indonesia is just clearly bullying them out.
Luna.
Here we go, Philippines.
Your team
We are
is
now
banning.
at the second phase of our picks and bans. That is the Lunox for the core of the Philippines. Meanwhile, Indonesia stealing again this Granger.
They know that the Philippines plays one main ranger on
Yeah.
Arcangel. Indonesia, on the other hand, I think they will ban out the carry.
Yeah.
Just because a lot of the counters or a lot of attributes
Yes.
on the side of carry actually counters down a Grok.
I've
Your
actually
team is
talked to
banning.
the coach of Team Indonesia when I was in the M1 tournament.
Okay.
He said that they're really targeting Arcangel's marksman here in terms of playstyle because they really find him strong for Team Philippines.
Yes, and you just have to pinpoint who are the main players here for the side of the Philippines, and if they figure that out,
Yeah.
and that's good for them. That only means
Your
if Philippines
team is
wants to win
picking.
this, everyone should step up.
Yeah.
Arcangel, he needs to get carried because as long as Indonesia has free reign over
Your
the bans
team
and the
is
picks here on the
picking.
marksman, Arcangel won't get any of his.
And there you go. That is another marksman ban for the side of Indonesia, eliminating the carry. So
Charisma.
there's no more true damage potential coming in
Akai.
for the side of Philippines. They do
Your
have
team
this
is
8%
picking.
magical damage to the max health
Yes.
with the Slunox. But what is our Arcangel's hero here? I don't know. Is this another Bruno or is this a Kimi or probably a Hellkurt once again?
I don't really see Arcangel play Claude. So,
Yeah.
this is probably
Okay.
going to be a Claude, and they're going to force it out.
There you go.
And I actually think
Ooh.
that it's going to be the Claude, but right now they're still going to go for that Bruno.
Okay,
and it
yeah.
just shows that Arcangel isn't really that comfortable into picking into a Claude.
Definitely, he is one of the few players here in the Filipino bro scene who debuted with this Bruno, right?
Yeah.
With this Bruno in MPL. But man, Indonesia, it is clear that they controlled this draft for game number 3. They're targeting Arcangel Zero Pool here. They don't care about the Basha. They don't care about the X-Borg. It's about the damage in the late game. Here we go. Game number 3. Butters. What do you think about this? Who has the upper hand?
I just feel that Indonesia has the upper hand again. They
Till the
picked
enemy
into a
reaches the
Bruno,
battlefield.
and
Smash them.
Indonesia, it seems to me that they really
All
like
troops
this.
deployed.
They are forcing Arcangel into a position where he cannot be comfortable in any part of the game.
Definitely.
Outside of the late game.
Definitely. To add to that, Butters, it is a Bruno. If I'm not mistaken, there is a Terizla. There you go. A Terizla for the side of Indonesia. So, in terms of early game, Indonesia has this Terizla passive, which is a direct counter to the damage output of this Bruno without the crits. This Terizla is just gonna have the time of his life.
And right now, Indonesia onto the blue side once again. Philippines here just going for the steal. And Nepomuceno will be securing this with just one more skill. And Gustian, on the other hand, they will be trying to secure this for him. And that is going to be the buff of the game.
So
first buff of the game, right?
Yeah, first buff of the game. But Indonesia, they have 2 buffs right now. So they have this pick-up game up for the taking in the first part. Nepomuceno getting his own grab point. But okay, we've spoke too soon. Too soon. That is first blood for the side of Arcangel here. Giving the Philippines an early favor for the first few minutes of our game.
Not really enough to actually just secure them the game, but they get whatever they can right now.
Yes.
And the Team Philippines, that is a great start considering that Arcangel was the one who got that. I just think that Arcangel isn't really using the Bounty Hunter, he is using the Electro Flash.
He is using that Electro Flash for extra mobility, for extra movement speed. Every time he goes for the kicks
Turtle
and the normal
resurrecting
hit.
soon.
Castro
Oh, look at
Mayor
that.
is forced out with that flicker.
That was
Gustian is just so confident right now.
Yes, and that is like a fadeaway shot.
Yes.
That is a fadeaway 360 dunk.
Yeah. Pulling off. He pulled off by Castro Mayor. But okay.
Bataanon.
Gustian overstays his welcome in the bottom side.
If Bataanon grows old, is he still Bataanon?
No, he's not. No, he's not. This guy's Bata eats kid in the Philippines for our international viewers. But kidding aside, Indonesia, Philippines, they're setting up for another turtle take. Here we go. Arcangel and Nepomuceno getting that last hit. So Nepomuceno, this is a scary Lunox here against an Akai and against a Granger. Nepomuceno can go for the outplays right now. He has the full bars of this Order Billions. They're setting up for another tower take. Here comes the Indonesian defense.
And that was a very nice play coming up from Gustian, using the Netso Nada to clear out the minion wave.
Yes.
Philippines, they know that they need to take the towers early so they can have control over the map.
Yeah.
But Indonesia doesn't like the idea of giving them any advantage. And Villa here, forced to use the shoot ball, but onto the bottom lane, there is another pickoff. Well, onto the middle lane rather, there is a pickoff on that drop.
Nepomuceno with a nice clutch pickup once again. Look at this.
Oh my God.
Oh my, wahulian to. They're just following the footsteps of Villa here. They're trying to set up a gank. But okay, that was a failed gank from the Philippines. But that is, of course, the aggression here from the bottom side, trying to lock down Gustian's Granger power spike.
Okay, so they are really trying to force Philippines out of their jungle. And this is the hard part for the side of Indonesia. The Philippines got the bottom turret that they wanted, and right now they have free range over the bottom side of the map. And Villa trying to go for Hediato. One more hit, and Villa and Manila
having the high and dry advantage, doesn't care about the passive of the Terizla. Here comes the Sina Roonies coming in from the side of Philippines. Of course, we've talked about this in the draft, Butters. They need the Filipino gangster within them, and I think that it's time for Bataanon to do it.
Bataanon is the
Turtle
X-Factor for
resurrecting
his
soon.
team. Time and time again, he saves his team from certain defeat.
Yes.
Right now, this is the time where Bataanon needs to step up and needs to put pressure onto the map so that Indonesia will respect him, so that Arcangel can get back his Markman heroes.
Yeah, definitely. Villa, okay, we'll get him down. Okay, all right, so that is, of course, the revenge kill for the side of
They are
Indonesia.
securing the turtle right now. Team Philippines here. Indonesia has a good grasp, a good idea on what they're doing. But right now, Castromayor really wants to get the kill. Castromayor really wants to withdraw with one here. But this one has the extra
Double
dash.
kill.
But there is the DPS will take him down. Putra will be the next target here from Pumuseno, and he will be the next casualty of that fight.
So okay, Castro Mayor sacrificing himself in order for Team Philippines to get that turtle, the turtle buff. Meanwhile, for an exchange, Indonesia they got revenge kills, right? They got some of the gold here, some shutdown kills here. So that's why our economy is not that within range, because Team Philippines is leading by just 2,000 gold. Here we go. That is of course a counter kill. It's Aura from Nepomuceno, but nice rock block coming in from Putra to secure the kill.
It wasn't enough time for Nepomuceno to charge up to the other side for the order of for the Chaos Darkening, so he could have dashed out to the other side of the wall, the Guardian's Barrier.
Yes.
But still, Indonesia, they've used a lot of resources to secure that kill. So Philippines here, they are very much free to rotate onto the other lanes.
But dude, a kill is a kill and money is money for the side of Team Indonesia. Team Philippines pulling up a lot of risky plays here, probably calculated risk. But again, that is really looking hard as Castro Mayor will go for that immediate ultimate. Nice wild charge, but the Faker will fall down. Castro Mayor, he refuses to die. He has that immortality. Here we go. Villa with a good punch here, chasing Verdaus. They do have the stun here, but Verdaus will just bounce his way back up, and he will go for that disengage. Philippines lurking. This Panda.
Look at
Here
this.
we go. Look at it.
Look at this, Villa, he will go for that kill, and what connection here coming out from these dragons. Arcangel on the other side, he is trying
Turtle
to go duel,
resurrecting
and
soon.
that could be a takedown on the Bruno, but Ridwan still wants blood. He wants to get the kill on Castromayor. Castromayor, can he get out?
Kill.
And that's going to be a double kill. He won as one.
He won as one.
He won as
He
one.
won as one. Ridwan was number one. He pulled off a miracle play in the bottom lane to create space for Team Indonesia. But man, as we say this, hold that thought. There's going to be another fight here in the bottom side. Pataanon. Trying to survive, but that is killing spree for Julianto. So right now, with a snap of the fingers, Indonesia turned this around.
Villa. Oh my goodness, the Purify will be used. Rhapsody will be thrown out. One more hit, one good shot. It might be able to get the kill, but he won't, and the turtle has been slain. Philippines, they dropped their lead. Indonesia rallying back. They're really trying
Oh my!
right now.
Turning this 360 degrees, Indonesia in the lead. That is the penalty zone for Julianto, Castro Mayor, and Nepomuceno backing off, using important skills to get away. Meanwhile, Indonesia, they have the lead right now because of the outplays coming in from Ridwan.
And as we've said, Julianto penalizing the germs, but
Yes.
still the germs is still alive.
The germs is still alive. That is just a warning shot
Warning
from
shot.
the penalty zone. Here we go. Then Sonata coming in from Agustiano. Oh no! Red one with the Zaman Force. He will be bursted down by Nepomuceno.
What is happening?
He's
The-
just too confident, dude.
The aggressors was the one who actually fell down to the fight, and they collapsed. Indonesia will run back.
Indonesia miscalculated the damage output of Nepomuceno right here. Still, this is a Lunox, and without any setup of the Zaman Force, you cannot do anything. But okay, there's the camera going. Okay, there you go. And goes to the jungle side. Castro Mayor, that's insanity.
Shutdown.
That is a shutdown. But man, Hurricane Dead coming in from this Akai. Nepomuceno falling low. Castro Mayor is still also. Pataanon going in for the stretch. Okay, oh my, Team Philippines.
Oh my
goodness. What can Villia do? Putra with the power of nature to outplay 10-11. Castro Mayor will survive. Arcangel having the time of his life.
Oh, look, Arcangel
There you go.
Arcangel! The football player
The
from
football
the
player.
Philippines!
The football player. Shout out to Team Ascals. But
Lord,
I don't know if that's our
resurrecting
team, but again, Arcangel, he needed space. And Team Philippines, they bought time, right?
bought time.
They bought time. They created space for Arcangel to have this power spike. He is now with his core items.
Yes, he has 2 items on his belt. As long as he can get that third item seamlessly, it is going to be hard for Indonesia to fight.
Yes.
The thing about Indonesia right here is they do have the first initiates, but they don't really have a way to get into the backlines of Team Philippines.
Definitely, definitely. Plus, if you're gonna think about it, that ultimate from this Bruno can actually cancel out the Zaman Force grouping up type of gameplay coming in for the side of Indonesia. But as I say this, both of the teams still setting up for this
Yes,
Lord, man.
a ceasefire. A
Yeah, a
ceasefire,
ceasefire
if
is
you will.
happening.
A ceasefire, if you will. But this is going to be the Lord thing. Both teams here really eyeing for that Lord. This is the most important objective of the game right now. And the Order of Brilliance was actually forced out quite a bit early. Chaos Darkening is there. Putra actually fighting up for the Hikachu, but on the back lines, Chu there will do a lot of the enemy's damage.
It's 4-on-4. That is the knockup coming in from the Lord. The Pomoseno here. Verdaus coming in from for the Hurricane Tank. But Solianco will get first and down. Verdaus as well. But the Anon still at him. Here we go. Rhapsody coming in from Gusjan. Red 1 and Verdaus lurking and setting up something here. Philippines. Oh! That is the ambush!
They go for the paycheck. This one, that is one fatal mistake for them. But look at here. Actually will take down Mayor and on the backline, soon of still go down. They cannot face the Red 1 and Gusjan duo. Arcangel will just back out with Jean.
Gusjan and Red 1. It rhymes, and they will win as one in that team fight. Indonesia, what can Arcangel do? Arcangel,
Mega kill.
Not enough damage. And Villa trying to go for the help, but the turtle has been slain, and it will be there. And Philippines here falling
Wiped
down the
out.
pressure, and that is going to be a wipe out the team.
Gusjan with the bullets, putting in the bang bang in Mobile Legends bang bang to come back from this deficit. Indonesia now in the lead with 5,000 gold, 12 minutes in. Butters.
Right now, it seems to me that Philippines is actually forcing a lot of fights on their own. And I think it should be the other way around. Let Indonesia come in and they should just force the fight. Because the thing about it is, if you force the fight, they have free access to the backline.
Yes.
Arcangel here is the main target for the other team.
Plus, Arcangel is really squishy here. So, okay, there you go. There's another team fight. As Insanity coming from Castro Mayor, but it won't do anything. There's no damage whatsoever. Castro Mayor will be the sacrificial lamb. They need to
Monster
defend,
kill.
but the Indonesian powerhouse is just too much to deal with. Indonesia, they won this game number 2. That is a monster kill streak. And they're just standing there inside the base.
They want the match point. Indonesia right now. What can they do? What can they commit? The minions are on the side of Indonesia. And the lane is pushing. Philippines, can they defend it? That is the question. Give him a go down right now. Arcangel will be dashing out. But pushing him back. Indonesia gets game number 2. Game number 3 rather. And they are at match point. Indonesia. One more game, Manji. One more game.
One more game, and they will be your Grand Slam champions in the world of Mobile Legends.
Wow.
And we're just so speechless right now. That was Philippines clearly in the advantage, but with that specific outplay in the mid lane, Gusjan and Red 1, they were the key factors for Team Indonesia to get this victory, man.
Double kill.
Philippines, they should get a clue that the Bruno isn't really gonna work out. They've tried it twice. Give emphasis on Arcangel's heroes or just pick another mage.
Yes.
It doesn't work. You cannot force it out. Team Philippines, they need to wake up.
And man, Indonesia is just fooling around with the minds of Team Philippines. Look at this. They have the advantage, but there's no more follow-up in terms of objectives, right?
Yes.
for the side of Philippines. And Guschan and Redwan with positioning themselves to the right in terms of picking off heroes. It's about the outplays here coming in game number 2, man.
Yeah, the idea for Villa right now is playing one heck of a show. 3 show games that were actually excellent, but Philippines, they've been lacking on the damage department for the early to the middle game.
Yes.
Just because they're really putting a lot of emphasis into getting a marksman.
Yes, emphasis on the late
And,
game.
yeah, and one of the things that we learned from watching a lot of Mobile Legends games, especially here, especially in the Philippines and the other side of the countries,
Monster
a
kill.
marksman isn't really a requirement.
Yeah.
You could go for a double mage. You could go for a double fighter. It doesn't matter. As long as, guys, as long as you have enough damage. But if you still go for those marksman lineups when you don't have really the advantage of it, then you might as well go for another lineup.
Because you're heavily relying
Yes.
on that specific late game.
Yes.
Specific late game. Whew.
That was only game.
That was game
3.
number 2.
Three.
One more.
Three.
Sorry.
Three.
Game number
Three.
3. Team Indonesia, 1 win away. They were your champions at MSC, at M1, and now they're targeting the 30th SEA Games.
Will they do it? That
Will
is
they
the
do it?
question.
That is the question.
Or Philippines,
That is the question.
will they come back from this and take this to a game number 5?
Shout out to the people watching at home. For the side of Indonesians, and for the side of Philippines, it's time to raise your hands because they need this energy ball
Yeah.
of a support.
Who will win?
Who will win?
The Indonesian
Who will
Spirit
win?
Ball or the Filipino Spirit Ball?
Let's see. We shall see that later. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Philippines 2019 30th SEA Games, and we will be right back.
Hi, ako nga pala si Carlito Ribo Jr. Ang IGN ko, Ribo. Player ako ng Team C-Ball for Mobile Legends Bangbang. Before ako maging pro player sa Mobile Legends, dati akong karerista ng motor. Nung nakita akong mga tropa ko na naglalaro ng Mobile Legends, parang nagdalawang isip ako na pag-quit ako sa drag racing. Tapos tinry ko yung maging Mobile Legends naman. Tapos naging okay naman. Tapos nung nakakuha ako ng team, doon na, nag-quit na ako sa lahat ng ginagawa ko nung dati. Gagawa kami ng mga strategy, kami gagawa ng meta dito sa Pilipinas para ilaban namin sa buong Asia. Gagawin namin lahat para lang makuha namin yung gold medals para sa Pilipinas.
Nama gue Christian Antonius, nickname gue Krypton. Gue kuliah di Binus University. Jurusan gue teknik industri. Harus punya skill dan mental yang kuat. Kalau secara tim harus punya chemistry dan juga kepercayaan terhadap tim tersebut. Yang pasti bangga dan senang banget karena banyak orang yang ingin sampai sana tapi tidak semuanya bisa sampai sana dan saya menjadi salah satunya. Untuk keluarga sih awalnya kurang terlalu support tapi dia tidak melarang juga dan makin lama dari waktu ke waktu mereka jadi sangat support banget terhadap apa yang gue lakuin di dunia e-sport karena gue udah bisa buktiin beberapa hal seperti juara IEL terus masuk salah satu tim besar di Indonesia meskipun cuma 5 bulan tapi menjadikan bukti kepada mereka bahwa e-sport itu sekarang sangat berkembang dan bisa dijadikan karir ke depan.
I'm Angelo Ailar Cangel, IGN Pew, Team Captain of C-Ball Mobile Legends Bangbang. Before ako maging pro player, college student ako sa RTU. Madalas lang ako naglalaro ng kung ano-anong games kasi yun talaga hilig ko. Nung nagsimula ako maging pro player, di pa masyadong supportive yung parents ko kasi syempre lahat naman ng parents gusto nag-aaral yung anak nila. Pero ngayon national team na sobrang proud na nila sa akin. Nung napili ako sa SEA Games bilang representative ng Philippines, na-excite ako kasi ito yung unang medal event sa Esports. Para sa mga player na bago lang dyan, ang ma-advise ko lang is huwag kayo mawawala ng tiwala lagi sa kampi nyo. Huwag nyo silang sisisihin lagi kasi bumababa yung confidence nila. Disiplina lang talaga kailangan.
Indonesia just one win away from securing the first ever gold medal in the esports category.
Oh my.
Philippines, do you have something in your pockets to show us right now and take us to a game number 5? We will know in just a bit because we will be heading to the draft in a while. But right now, we are your shoutcasters. I am Butters.
And I am Anjin Faldas. Here we go. Brothers, I'm unbiased here, but I want to see more ML action. I'm hoping that we go home run. I'm hoping that there's going to be a game number 5. And man, this is just too much. Indonesia just proving that they are indeed at the top of the mountain.
And right now, we should put a bit of a checklist or requirements for both teams to win.
All right,
for
let's
the
go.
side of Team Philippines, I just feel that they have to give priority to Archangel's picks.
Yeah, me too.
If you cannot secure Archangel's heroes into the late game, and seeing as Bruno isn't really working for them, then go pick the carry, go pick the Granger in the first to third slot. Do not stall it for let's say until like the 4th and 5th pick, where you will lose everything because of that third back.
I agree with you. So what are your so you're telling me that for the side of Philippines, they need to prioritize either the Granger or the carry.
Yes.
For Arcangel. There you go. They actually prioritized Esmeralda for Nepomuceno. But what if Indonesia is actually prepared for that priority pick of the marksman here for the side of Philippines, right?
And you did see Indonesia raising their hands as if they were celebrating that Philippines went for the Esmeralda first pick. We know that Nepomuceno actually carried their team against Vietnam. But Indonesia here with a very formidable 1-2 punch. It's going to be the Grok and the X-Borg, two of the best punish heroes in the meta right now.
Yes, plus the X-Borg is a very flexible pick here for the side of Indonesia. Can be played as a support or either a carry role. Plus, it has 2 types, right? It is a fighter tank. So in terms of sustain, Indonesia, they have this one. So there you go.
Just go for that priority.
Just go for that priority.
Just
Okay.
lock that in. Lock that in. They got the Lolita. They got
There you go.
the Granger. Philippines here. They have a fighting chance.
There you go. Is the saying true, Butters? There is a saying in the Philippines that our protagonists, in terms of folklore stories, that Filipino heroes, they want to be defeated in the first round, right? They're playing as the underdogs.
They want to go for the comeback.
They want to go for the comeback. Is this a comeback? Like what you've said, they're now prioritizing the Granger. Plus, this is the signature hero of Lusty. Sorry, it is a Castro Mayor. This Lolita, what can it do? So right now, for the side of Indonesia, they have the X-Borg and they have the Akai. So it is now clear that this X-Borg will play as their side laner.
Okay, for the side of Indonesia here, the main thing to ban is a tank that can actually be, let's say, a distraction for your team. Right now, Indonesia, they need to ban out a Baksha, a Hylos, as long as there is a hero that can make space for a Numinous Blast. Yes, they go for that. And right now, I don't really see any hero that is capable of setting up for the Lolita for a perfect and beautiful Numinous Blast.
Probably a Cho, or probably another hero that can go for another a good stun.
They really need to go for a tank, because one of the things that you actually see if you go for a Cho, you go for a Kaja, which is actually banned right now, is you don't have enough tankiness with a Cho and a Lolita on your side.
I agree. So now, Indonesia trapping Philippines in terms of picking a support. So Team Indonesia, they locked in this Lunox to probably counter this sustained game of the Esmeralda. Meanwhile, Philippines, they're playing with their hearts out, man. Okay. Hearing the front row. Oh, all right, okay.
They go for a Hylos.
They're going for the Hylos.
It's not a bad pick. It's not the pick that you want, but it's the pick that will save you or will give you a certain fighting chance
Yes.
against Indonesia. And Indonesia, not being phased by that Lolita pick, they
Yeah.
still go for that Kimi and Lunok setup.
Man, that was a quick pick there from the side of Indonesia, getting this Kimi. So, like what you've said, for Team Philippines, where is the setup of the Luminum Blast? But I've witnessed a lot of Castro Mayor Lolita plays, and they don't depend on this ultimate. They just depend with this Bulwark Shield and the aggressiveness of this Lolita in the early game. So, Butters, here we go. Here we go. Game number 4. Indonesia at match point.
It's do or die for both
This is the
teams right
battlefield.
here.
Smash
And
them.
things are looking spicy.
All
At
troops
Landon, as
deployed.
we head on to our game number 4. Philippines onto the blue side and Indonesia on the red.
Here we go. Okay, Indonesia. Both of the teams going for that mid-game support. Meanwhile, Gustian, Firdaus, and Julianto will cut out a wave here at the bottom side. So they will give this Kitty an early advantage in terms of getting all of those experience that she needs. Man, she can actually go for the Kramer, but Team Indonesia, they opted to go for this push in the bottom side to create space and to open up the bottom lane jungle for the side of the Philippines.
And look at Bataano trying to delay the impossible, but Nepomuceno will be heading to
Launch
the crab
attack!
point. He will be trying to secure that because as long as Export isn't really in the area, he doesn't have enough contest power, or no one will actually contest this.
Right.
And he won't really use the retribution.
Right.
So he will just be chill and prepare that retribution for another steal or probably a turtle take.
Right, both of the teams patiently waiting for their experience and for their ultimate to come up. But as we say this, here you go. That is the power of the Kimi composition. Butters, this is the mage killer Kimi, and they're shutting down Villa here with a choke. Nice follow up. Villa is falling low, but Mataanan is here for the support. Firdaus is a little bit held as well, but okay, Villa will survive.
Oh, Gustian didn't really see
Turtle
that.
resurrecting
Wow.
soon.
Wow,
Okay.
Gustian actually getting outplayed, but Bataano with the help.
Villa with the action plays, man.
There is no action when there is no Jackson.
There is no action when there's no Jackson. With the jukes coming in from Villa is just too much right now to handle. Meanwhile, Team Indonesia, they're setting up for this turtle. Quick pick right there, coming in from Ridwan and their Kimi. So now Indonesia, they're leading by almost 8,000 gold.
Yes, and Putra here going for the face check is going to be very confident because Agrok at level 5 right now, no, at level 4, he is scaling up well. And the only reason why Agrok would actually fear a face check into the early game is when he got two deaths already. Because the thing about Agrok is he gets a softer when he dies.
When he died, right?
Because if he's not getting the proper XP, that means he's not scaling as well as the other heroes.
And the passive won't help him because he got nerfed in terms of the early game. So we are now at the second round of our objectives. Meanwhile, Red One will steal that, and Julianto is here for the support. Castro Mayor will be forced out to use that glorious pathway to get out. This is Indonesia once again controlling the first 4 minutes of our match.
Indonesia, will they win this with a perfect streak, not
First
dropping
blood.
a series into this SEA Games? Or will Philippines, will they come back from the bottom? Will they start from the bottom?
But that is the pick-up
that is
coming
the
in
pick-up.
from
Yes.
Team Indonesia, and they will quickly push this Tier 1 tower in the top lane. 29 seconds left for the next turtle to spawn in Indonesia.
Oh my
They're setting this up. Arcangel is falling low as Bataanon will try to defend the second tier tower. Nepomuceno creating confusion in the mid lane. Oh my, Indonesia, they are everywhere right now, Butters.
Indonesia, there is only
Turtle
one kill on their
resurrecting
belt.
soon.
But if you would look at the map control and the pressure that Indonesia is throwing right now, Philippines is on the backside.
Yes.
But the thing about it is, Philippines, they should fight as one now.
Okay, here we go. That is the initiation there. Order Brilliant coming in from the Lunam to survive. That is the turtle take from this rock, but the Lunam will fall down. That is exactly coming in with Dr. Mayor. Will pop in.
kill.
The fire
Double kill.
snake. That is
Nepomuceno
Nepomuceno and Arcangel. They are here. They want to get this export. That is
kill.
Russell D. Nepomuceno will go for that triple
The
kill.
Wonder Kid, the prodigy, Gushan here, trying to get his bump. But Nepomuceno has something to say about that.
He says Nepomuceno no to Indonesia winning game number 4.
Launch
I
attack.
like that. I
You
dig
like
that.
the puns. You
I
like
dig
the
that.
puns.
I dig that.
You dig the puns, man. Nepomuceno being the wonder kid that he is. That is, of course, Verdaus with a counter hurricane dance to defend the tier 1 tower in the top lane. Meanwhile, Philippines, they are setting up for this mid lane clash once again.
Defend the land. Philippines here. Just pushing, just fighting, and wanting to win this game to take us to a game number 5. Indonesia, they really want to win this, but it won't be that easy. Philippines, they are ready and prepared for everything that Indonesia is going to throw to them at this game.
But speaking of preparation, Butters, Indonesia preparing for another turtle take here in the bottom lane. Gustian having another box in his arsenal, and this is just the Kimi game that he wants. Again, we've seen it time and time in pro games that Kimi is a ticking time bomb, but if used properly, they can definitely take down towers like this.
And they're going to push you back. And look at that, the blast! Actually hit 3! And this might be the fight that Philippines is under.
Trying to take this earlier. They're trying to take this. Here we go. This one is the main target. Arcangel going in for the Rhapsody. That is the Lunox down. Nepomuceno going in for the Stardust.
Turtle
stand.
resurrecting
Team
soon.
Indonesia, they are forced to disengage. Villa, will he go for the cut? Poliaco will use his ultimate to get out. Nepomuceno is unfazed. Very
They
self-assured.
don't care. As long as they can fight, they have 3 cores on their side. There won't be any steals for this turtle. And
Okay.
Pulcra is at a bad position.
Okay, the Philippines coming in. They're warming up. They're warming up their hands.
They're
6-5 is the score.
They're like Diesel.
They're like Diesel. They like to warm up first, right?
They have to warm up first. They have to warm up first.
Okay.
If they warm up, Indonesia is gonna have a problem. But we do know that Indonesia, right now, they still have the lead.
They still have the lead. They still have this give and push. One fight. They only need to win one fight. Team Indonesia. Because if they do win a team fight, Kimi can just swiftly take down towers
Yes.
with a snap.
That is one of the questions that Philippines needs to answer. Indonesia, what will they do to take down the turrets? Because that is the game plan for Indonesia. They don't want to fight.
Yeah.
They don't want to fight Manjin. They just want to take down the objectives.
Definitely, man. And look at the tier 1 towers for the side of Team Indonesia. All of those are still alive. And man, 6-5, we're now 8 minutes in. There's no push coming in yet for the side of Philippines. This is the Indonesian defense that we're witnessing right now. Order Brilliance coming in, while there's counter go. That is, of course, the last time Jonathan Pro King to the Lunox. Here we go.
Nepomuceno going
in. Mega kill, ladies and gentlemen.
And look at this, Bataano going in for the stun. He's gonna get punished. Fire stakes will be there. Fire missiles will be thrown out as well.
Okay.
And Firdaus going 1v1 with Arcangel, and you cannot go 1v1 with an Angel.
You cannot go one
You
on
cannot go
one
1v1 with
with
an
the
Angel.
Angel. Arcangel.
But Villa doing Villa things, chilling like a villain.
Chilling like a villain in the top lane. 7-5 in Team Indonesia again. Still protecting all of their towers. They're holding the
Lord
line. But
resurrecting
in terms of
soon.
outplays, Philippines, they do have this potential to pick up heroes because of the range of this Detonata and the confidence coming in for Nepomuceno. That is another objective there. That is the Lord right now. So who will take this Butters? Team Indonesia. They're setting up the tempo
Yes.
in terms of setting up these objective takes.
Yes, right now Philippines should just take this to the 12-minute mark. If the 12-minute mark hits, Indonesia, they lose their Kimi spike.
Yes.
As long as they fight this, as long as Philippines play well
But
and
oh
pick
no!
their fight.
Oh, that's all, man. I think Indonesia is strapped, but okay. Both of the teams, they have the discipline. Both of them disengaging. There you go. Slam dunk coming in from Nepomuceno. Julianto, he is falling low with his little belt, but he has the armor. He has the shield to survive. 7-5, 9 minutes. No one dies, man.
And the only reason why Indonesia still has the lead is because the turrets are still up.
Okay.
One first tier turret is down onto the top lane. Philippines, they have 2 more to go. And with that, if they can take that, they can regain control of the map. As long as they do not die and they do not give a lot of gold to the other team, they're good. They're gonna go for a comeback.
They're good, but with Indonesia, look at this. Still confidently going inside this Lord area, inside this vicinity. But they don't have damage whatsoever for this Kimi. And Gustian, he needs to be careful here. One wrong position, Arcangel can burst him out with 3 bullets.
And here comes Julianto and the Villa
One-on-one
gameplay,
right? Okay, here we go.
Oh, look at that.
Nice figure out.
Shake and bake.
Yeah, shaking and bacon. Yes, shaking and
Batanon!
bacon.
Will catch Putra.
Patano will catch Putra. That is the TP from Esports. So Villa now has the time of his life to push this one out. Indonesia, they're looking for a fight. They want to outplay. There you go. That is another stun. Lolita will fall down. Asmayo will get her out. Rizwan with the bullet. He is setting up Nepomuceno. He wants to go for the
Launch
flank. But
attack.
Indonesia killing 2
Unstoppable.
heroes. But Nepomuceno says, you can't stop me. But there you
Shutdown.
go. That is the shutdown. Team Indonesia, they will have this free lord. Meanwhile, Villa in the top lane, creating tension, ladies and gentlemen. But okay, the lord has been slain. The turret is down. Villa and Arcangel, they are here. They are here. They will pop out Julianto's immortality. But that
Arcangel, he can actually take the kill right here. One more hit. Will he actually do it? Oh, Detsonata will be used. And Firdaus, he really wants to get the kills. But look at this.
Oh, okay.
The 1,000-pounder to the flicker.
Yes,
Arcangel has the Purify.
he has the
Easy
purify.
peasy.
And this is the difference between the Granger and the
The
Bruno
Bruno.
pick for the side of the Philippines. But Butters, I think that is a
Look at the damage. Look at the damage. Oh my goodness. Christian here might actually go down. And that's going to be the Jeet Kune Do. Wow, Manjin. Philippines pulling all the stops to win this game number 4.
Even though Indonesia getting the Lord, Team Philippines, they're confident with their picks. And now, Indonesia running for their lives, defending their towers. Arcangel being the X-Factor here. So as Nepomuceno, and they're setting up in the top lane. Another Hurricane that big hand though. That is definitely, oh my, the rock. Then gonna fall down in the hands of Nepomuceno. And we're still alive. The Filipino pride is still alive. 11-8, ladies and gentlemen. Nepomuceno, is he overstaying his welcome? No, he will back out. 11-8. Butters, what can Indonesia do?
Indonesia can just, wait for the right time for them to actually fight. I know that the timing for their Kimi spike is now off.
Yes.
It's way off. Like, they actually dropped their lead, and when they dropped the lead, they couldn't really fight anymore right now. They should just wait for the proper time that Arcangel becomes complacent, and they should take that fight. But right now, this isn't really that time because they're not really holding on to Arcangel, and Arcangel has free vision on these heroes.
Here we go. Here we go. Team Philippines having a stun coming in from Bataan on Sarda's stance from Nepomuceno. Gustian will just clear off waves by using the energy transformation. We are at 14 minutes.
Okay, Nepomuceno gets the Genius 1.
Okay.
Extra magic penetration. He can take down the... This is going to be bad for the Kimi. This only means that Kimi is going to go down to
Yes.
probably one Falling Star Moon.
Or probably one way of the dragon, right? because he just has less than 5,000 life points in his HP. There you go, that is the charge. The glorious pathway initiation coming up the high load. White man running on that. That's fighting with the items to the endless battle for the side of the Philippines. They will pick up one. That is killing spree. Philippines, they're setting up for game number 5.
The Filipino spirit ball is getting thrown at Indonesia and Philippines right now. They're rallying. They want to end this machine.
They want to end this. They're going ham. But okay, Juliano with a clutch. A clutch ultimate right there. One just coming in from Putra. Philippines, they're targeting the tier 3 tower. But this is the Indonesian defense, man. They're not champions. They're not.
Okay. Deep breaths. It's not over.
It's not over.
You still have time.
I still have time. Okay.
Regain your composure.
Okay, let's regain our composure. It's still not over. That's what I mean.
Not over.
That's what I mean.
Still not over.
They're not champions for nothing, right?
Yes.
They're not champions for nothing. So right now, Team Indonesia, they need an outplay coming in from Ridwan, coming in from Gustan, but the sustain from the Hyros and the sustain from Villa is just too much from for their team to handle.
And emotions are running high in the studio. Philippines right now, they're on the verge to take this to a game number 5. But Indonesia, Philippines, they cannot be complacent because Indonesia is one of those teams that can actually take your lead and put that all back to you.
But man, you have a Lolita. And Lolita clearly counters the Kimi here. So Gustan is just wasting his time in terms of
Putra.
Okay. They need to clear out waves.
Putra not in a position to fight. Putra is at 1/4 HP. And look at this Arcangel and the others, Bataanon feeling very confident. And this is one of the things that you have to like when Bataanon is very aggressive, very confident. Arcangel still alive.
Arcangel is alive. Here we go. Does he have the next one? It's Arsenal. But again, that's the pathway counter. Go. Counter this and take for the side of Philippines to survive. Bataanon with the bulwark shield. Okay, here we go. There's going to be another skirmish here in the mid lane. That's a mega kill for Arcangel. Here we go, no damage whatsoever for Team Indonesia, and Villa is with another split push, man.
Okay, Villa actually using the shoot phone to get out, and Jit Kundo will be thrown. Energy transformation. Villa with the flicker out. Will they commit the wild charge? That is the question. Power of nature here is getting charged up. No knockups will happen right now.
He will just cut
The Lord is the next target for Indonesia. Can they take this? That is the question. Glorious pathway into the middle of everything.
Who will get the Lord? Indonesia, they're at half health right now. Rhapsodies coming in for Arcangel, and they are backing up. This is the Indonesian defense, man.
Philippines, they hold the line. Esmeralda with her out, that was the perfect time for Indonesia to actually take the north.
Yes.
But at the same time, Philippines just, they said, Nepomuceno. Without Nepomuceno, we can still defend this.
Yes.
We will hold the line.
I like Nepomuceno's decision here in terms of items and going in, just waiting for the right opportunity to strike, for the right opportunity to flank, especially this Kimi and especially this Ridwan. He is actually waiting for the order of brilliance to expire, and then he will go with that Falling Star Moon ultimate. But man, this is the part where the early game doesn't matter. We are at 18 minutes. This is just pure luck and pure mechanical prowess coming in from both of the teams right now.
Nepomuceno here will just go for that Lord, and Philippines will secure it. Indonesia is at a bad spot right now, or their brilliance will be thrown out. Fair down to the 1,000-pounder, and that was one basic dominant blast.
Okay, so man, this is level 2 Lord for the side of Philippines. They're gonna wait for this, and they will put tension in every part of the map. Team Indonesia, what can they do right now? Kimi doesn't have the damage. All they do have is Ridwan's Chaos Assault. But that's a single target skill, and you have tanks here. You have 3 tanks. Make that 4 tanks. 2 are for Philippines for Ridwan to handle.
That is one of the things about the Lunok that I don't really like. Because if you don't get the early snowball, you can just only take down one hero. That's it.
Definitely. And they need to pin down with the Hurricane Dance. Castro Mayor baiting out some skills. He will flicker his way out. Team Philippines, there we go. That is mega digits for you. Marching
The
on.
defense, Indonesia, can they do this? They will take out the Lord of the Last Insanity, but no Last Insanity in play.
Oh
Right now,
my.
Putra will go down, and the next target will be the Kimmy. Kimmy's down! Kimmy's down again!
Kimi is down, and the Filipino pride. There you go. That is the teleport. The defensive teleport, but man, there's no stopping Archon Hell. The Angels are within him.
Launch
15
attack.
to 9.
Double kill.
That is double kill.
With the Granger, and they will win game number 4. We're heading into game number 5.
Game number 5 for the Filipino pride.
And the crowd goes wild.
It rhymes, man.
It rhymes.
It rhymes.
It rhymes.
It rhymes.
Game number 5.
Look at this.
Oh my goodness.
Team
I am out of words. I am out of words.
Team Indonesia, they're worrying right now, man. Is it because of the Granger pick?
It's Granger Danger.
It's Granger danger.
You just backed out.
They do pull off their own mid Granger. But before we talk about that, let's go into the highlights. Right?
Double kill.
Team Indonesia, they know how to play the Kimi. They know how to run this rotation, this specific Kimi rotation. They immediately went to get that tier 1 tower in the bottom lane and then went to the top lane to get the tier 1. But Nepomuceno again, I cannot explain how is he pulling off all of these clutch pick-offs.
If ever they win this,
Double kill.
Nepomuceno should get a statue
Launch
for all his
attack.
efforts because he is doing a lot of work into these games.
Shut
Nepomuceno, his camera play was brilliant, but at the same time, if you give him the Esmeralda, you can just go on all day with
All day.
those skills,
All
and
day.
he won't die.
All day. He is not a child wonder for nothing, man. Indonesia, they did pull off a good defense here, but man, the damage just lacks. That's the story of the game. The damage
Mega
just
kill.
lacks. They have good Hurricane Dancers set up. They have a huge amount of wild charge burst, but Kimi, after the energy transformation, he is unable to go near, right? Because this is an Esmeralda, and an Esmeralda will burst that Kimi down.
Yeah, and one of the things that was really fatal for Indonesia's draft is they picked a Kimi in front of a Hylos. You
Yes.
don't do that. Like the glorious pathway is really enough time to just close the gap between you and the course of the Philippines.
Launch attack.
Definitely, man.
Double kill.
And
We are going to a
it
game
is a
number
home
5.
run.
And I mean,
It is a home run.
this is the first ever MLBB gold medal match in the 30th Southeast Asian Games.
Definitely.
A best of 5, game number 5. This is the only way that we could think of it ending.
I like it.
I like it.
I like it. The commissioner
We
likes
actually
it as
We
well.
actually like it as
The
well.
commissioner likes
Everybody
it as well.
likes it.
Yeah, the commissioner said, hey, we need game 5.
We need game 5. Okay.
Kidding aside, guys. Kidding aside, here in the Philippines, it's 11, almost 11 p.m.
almost 11.
And we're gonna go until up to tomorrow, just for the SEA Games.
Yes.
This is how intense it is.
Go get your midnight snack.
Go get your
Your
midnight
midnight
snack. Go get your coffees. Go get your popcorns. The Philippines 2019 30th SEA Games will be right back.
Hi, ako nga pala si Carlito Ribo Jr. Ang IGN ko, Ribo. Player ako ng Team Cball for Mobile Legends Bangbang. Before ako maging pro player sa Mobile Legends, dati akong karerista ng motor. Nung nakita akong mga tropa ko na naglalaro ng Mobile Legends, parang nagdalawang isip ako na pag-quit ako sa drag racing. Tapos tinry ko yung maging Mobile Legends na. Tapos naging okay naman. Tapos nung nakakuha ako ng team, doon na, nag-quit na ako sa lahat ng ginagawa ko nung dati. Gagawa kami ng mga strategy, kami gagawa ng meta dito sa Pilipinas para ilaban namin sa buong Asia. Gagawin namin lahat para lang makuha namin yung gold medals para sa Pilipinas.
Nama gue Christian Antonius, nickname gue Krypton. Gue kuliah di Binus University. Jurusan gue teknik industri. Harus punya skill dan mental yang kuat. Kalau secara tim harus punya chemistry dan juga kepercayaan terhadap tim tersebut. Yang pasti bangga dan senang banget karena banyak orang yang ingin sampai sana tapi tidak semuanya bisa sampai sana dan saya menjadi salah satunya. Untuk keluarga sih awalnya kurang terlalu support tapi dia tidak melarang juga dan makin lama dari waktu ke waktu mereka jadi sangat support banget terhadap apa yang gue lakuin di dunia e-sport karena gue udah bisa buktiin beberapa hal seperti juara IEL terus masuk salah satu tim besar di Indonesia meskipun cuma 5 bulan tapi menjadikan bukti kepada mereka bahwa e-sport itu sekarang sangat berkembang dan bisa dijadikan karir ke depan.
I'm Angelo Aylar Kangel, IGNQ, Team Captain of Cball Mobile Legends Bangbang. Before ako maging pro player, college student ako sa RTU. Madalas lang ako naglalaro ng kung ano-anong games kasi yun talaga hilig ko. Nung nagsimula ako maging pro player, hindi pa masyadong supportive yung parents ko kasi syempre lahat naman ng parents gusto nag-aaral yung anak nila. Pero ngayon national team na sobrang proud na nila sa akin. Nung napili ako sa SEA Games bilang representative ng Philippines, na-excite ako kasi ito yung unang medal event sa Esports. Para sa mga player na bago lang dyan, ang ma-advise ko lang is huwag kayo mawala ng tiwala lagi sa kampi nyo. Huwag nyo silang sisisihin lagi kasi bumababa yung confidence nila. Disiplina lang talaga kailangan.
wouldn't want it any other way. Game number 5. This is a best of 5 series and we go the distance. This is the 30th Southeast Asian Games coverage of Mobile Legends Bang Bang Discipline, and this is between Indonesia versus the Philippines.
Here we go. My name is Manjin Valdas,
Your
and this is
team
Mark
is banning.
Butters Heason. What a way to end the decade. This is the season ender. This is the season ender of the Mobile Legends season. I don't know, man. It really feels scripted, but it's okay. It's okay. Game
It's
5,
the
let's go.
season ender in December.
It's the season ender in December. It just rhymes.
It just rhymes.
What
It doesn't
date is
make
it?
sense.
What date is it? What date is it?
It's December.
December 8th.
I lost all track
No,
of time.
it's December 7 or December 8.
It's
Okay,
somewhere.
it's December 8.
December
But
8.
the time now in the Philippines, it's 11 p.m. Let's go. An hour of a game. We're going up until tomorrow. Up until December 9. Let's go into the picks and bans.
Right now, Indonesia still banning out that Gaja and that Esmeralda. On the side of the Philippines, they don't really want
Your
to
team
give out
is picking.
that Ling and Masha.
Okay. So
Karen.
we're so sorry. It's time to
Your
calm down.
team
It's
is
time
picking.
to
Time to calm down. We're
Time
just
to calm
hyped.
down.
We're
just
very hyped. We're very hyped people.
We're very hyped, right? Indonesia, the Titans, the Giants, the champions of the game.
This is David and Goliath,
David and Goliath, the creators of the meta.
the creators of the meta.
Creators of the meta.
This is one of the things that Indonesia actually denies the Philippines
Yes.
is a placing on the
placing.
grand finals.
Definitely.
And Philippines right now, they're on the grand finals and they have a chance to
Ooh.
get the revenge and to stop
X4.
Indonesia from getting the
Your
grand
team
slam
is
that
picking.
they want.
Yeah, they do want it.
Huh.
Indonesia.
Export? Ranger? I like it. I like it.
Indonesia, I like it as well.
I like it as well.
I like the
it
Harriet.
depends.
I like the Harriet.
It depends because they have the option to show their strategy right now, and that is going to be the Kufra and the Joe, and it's
Kufra.
going to be the deny.
Your
Oh my
team
goodness,
is
I like it.
picking.
I like it.
Look at those lock-ins, man. Look at those lock-ins. They're locking in with pride.
Yes.
They're locking in
It's
confidently.
like the padlock
It's
with
like
the
the
numbers.
padlock
team
with the
is
numbers.
bound.
The numbers.
It's not about the strategy anymore.
It's not about the key. It's
yeah.
about the accessibility.
It is the accessibility. It's about the heart.
It's about the heart.
It's about the heart. Do you believe in the heart, brothers?
I
Do you
believe in the heart. I believe in the heart.
Do you believe in the hype?
I believe in the heart.
I believe in everything, man. But okay. Here we go. Kidding aside, ladies and gentlemen, Team Philippines, they have Export. And this is it. Is this the key hero that they need? It's the Granger,
Your
man.
team is banning.
I just feel that Philippines got the better of that first half. And stop laughing because we're just
sorry.
very hyped. people.
We're just very hyped
sorry
here.
about it. We're just very
Yeah.
hyped.
Yes.
Indonesia, they banned out a Baksha, so that really spends a lot on their priority for
Your
the Harriet.
team is
Because
picking.
when Baksha comes in with his ultimate onto the Salmon Force, you
Uh-huh.
technically push out the Harriet
Yes.
out of his ultimate.
Yes.
His own ultimate.
Yes, and besides that, the Butters, Team Philippines, they're kind of like in the driver's seat right now, I must say, because they banned out the Claude again. They were successful with this ban. So
Lolita.
what the only
Your
hero
team
left
is
for
picking.
Team Indonesia is either Akari or a Bruno. I think that they won't go for the Kimi this time because it's not very successful in game number 2,
I just
game number 4.
feel that Indonesia is at a good spot to pick the carrier right now, just
Yes.
because the Croc is
Ooh.
on the other side. Are
Ooh.
they gonna go for a jawhead? And this is good. This is a good counter for Lolita because a lot of people may not know, but it
Yeah.
Oh!
Your
It's the
team
hero
is
from
picking.
Area 51.
It's the hero from Area 51, man. Oh no, this is it. It's E.T.
Kag. I like the Kag. I
It's
like the Kag.
E.T.
And
It's the
this-
Zas. It's the Zas.
It's the
Okay.
Zas.
Okay, this is a cheese. This is of course one of the pocket strats.
Pocket
right? What do we mean by the pocket strategies? This is a specific strategy that this team masters, right?
Yes.
So what do we have here? We have the Zas, and the Zas, it summons units that can act out as
Luna.
like it summons monsters that can act out as units. What do I mean by units? Whenever there are summons by the Zaz, the Lord can treat it as a tower,
Yes.
right?
And the Lord
The
can
Lord
actually
will,
use the skills. It will collide with that certain unit, and it may stop Philippines from actually winning the game. But right now, looking at the draft, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be one hell of a match.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Both of these teams, they deserve the championship. They deserve to be on top.
And every single fan of MLBB right now is supposed to be hyped. Philippines versus Indonesia, game number 5. And I think we're going to be heading onto the land of dawn in just a bit, Manji.
In just a bit. Oh my, we're just so hyped. Guys,
Lloyd.
we're just so hyped right now. I don't know what to say anymore, man. I want good ML. I want great ML. I'm hoping to see a 45-minute game.
I'm hoping to see the sun come out later, pero that's Tagalog.
Okay. So, kidding aside, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. 30 minutes inside the land of dawn. Nepomuceno will be using the Slunox with the Esports against this Harriet of Indonesia of Red 1. It's very successful here, but here we go. Okay, that is the first jab of the game. Here we go. Team Philippines and Team Indonesia jabbing each other out here in the bottom jungle side.
And Philippines just knowing that their level 1 capability to invade is much better than
Yes.
Indonesia's.
Yes.
So right now, Philippines is just riding the wave. They have a better draft
Launch
in the
attack!
game.
Ride with the waves, right?
Ride with the waves.
But Red 1 right now doesn't even have any form of buff in his side, so I'm guessing that he will patiently wait for the next round of Statue Shockers and Core Guard to give himself a little bit of a oomph of damage in terms of getting all of these tower lines. But let's be specific here. Gustian coming in with this Zaz, and right now Zaz has a high win rate in terms of ranked games, man. I've been playing players who use this very well. If you fight against all of those monsters that he summons, you will definitely have a hard time to target specific heroes, right?
Yes. And right now, there is a
Turtle
bit of a problem here for the side of
resurrecting
Indonesia. If you look at the draft,
Okay.
they have the Tabs, they have the Kukra, and they have the Cho. And Cho isn't really one of the tankiest heroes that you can have in the game. Castro Mayor getting caught out into the middle lane, he will be using that sprint to get out. And this is a fresh air. Fresh air.
Yeah.
The thing about it is,
First blood.
Nepomuceno will get that kill. That is a breath of fresh air, because considering that a lot of arrivals are going to be used in the game right now,
Definitely.
he went for the sprint.
Okay.
He went for the sprint.
Okay, this is something new. This is confidence.
This is something new, but it's actually old.
Yeah,
It's so old that it became new.
in the game new. Yes, definitely. But man,
Man,
that is a steal
Tabs got the turtle.
from the Tams of Indonesia. Quite a sneaky exchange there for Mr. Juliato using the sights.
And the
in his
Nepomuceno,
advantage. Okay,
Order of
Nepomuceno
Brilliance.
coming in with the dodge. Here we go. He will dash out to safety, but the Tams is there with the Thunder and Inferno. And he will use a flicker of his own to get away. The Philippines holding the line here in the mid lane.
And that was a very nice play coming up from the Philippines, just avoiding that fight. They weren't really in position. And Nepomuceno actually pressing the Order of Brilliance at the right time.
Yes.
Nepomuceno, he is steamrolling right now, and he is
Yes.
getting all the levels and all the farm that he
Yes.
needs to get to carry this game along with Arcangel and Villa.
I agree with you, Butters. Nepomuceno here with 1 kill against Red 1. Red 1 still hoping to get that specific buff, that specific
Pudra?
damage. But
Pudra?
look at this. Oh, Nepomuceno with the Order of Chaos there. There we go. 2 more hits. 2 more hits. And Nepomuceno will burn the life of Pudra.
And Villa on the top side, they're just pushing it, and that is one that is going to be a death on Villa, but I don't really think it matters right now because the thing about it is Philippines can just take this bottom lane turret, and they can just take this game and put it in an equal state. Philippines right now using all the stops, using all their resources just to get the objectives. I like the aggression coming up from the Philippines.
The angles, man. The angles, man. It's like measured by a ruler here, coming in with a Numinum blast from the Philippines. And that is the setup, that is the hit for the side of Philippines. On our brilliant! Do that now! Mega kill!
Request battle kill.
5 heroes are here for Team Philippines and for down. He is falling low.
And look at Zas with that alien in the middle of everything. And the shot, he will go down.
Kill.
Look at that. Taking his spawn with him to the grave. But Anante still one Firdaus here.
Double
Will get
kill.
caught out. And look at that. The fadeaway slam.
The fadeaway slam dunk. And now Team Philippines, this is unlike game number 1 to game number 4. This is the first time that the series has this huge amount of lead. Well, it's not actually huge, but in terms of kills, Team Philippines, they got what they want. Team Indonesia, the goal is still at an equal rate. Team Philippines leading by just 1,000, and it's still not over, man.
Yes.
In Indonesia, they have this team fight potential in their arsenal.
Who knew that we only needed the bullseye from the Granger and not the hat trick
Yes.
from the Bruno. The Bruno was a good pick,
Yes.
but it didn't really work for Indonesia.
Uh-huh.
When Philippines adjusted, it became a whole new world
It became a
for
whole new world,
the Philippines. And the dazzling plays are never new.
Yes.
Yes.
That is, of course, the Aladdin song here for Team Philippines. But as we say this, Butters, Team Philippines, Nepomuceno with 7 kills. He needs to be careful here because this is an easy shutdown, an easy gold spike whenever he gets picked up by Team Indonesia. Those are warning shots for Arcangel. So Red One and company, they're really positioning themselves. That is Juliano defending their bottom tier tower. But as we say this, here comes Firdaus with another Tyrant's Revenge. What can they do
And
here?
Zas, he doesn't have his ultimate anymore. It's onto the middle lane. He cannot reposition this. And Philippines will just try to take this out.
Okay.
And this is the proper time for Philippines to fight.
Astro Mayor boxing out. The Tams now having the Queen's wings. Nepomuceno, self-assured here inside this bush. Targeting the scripts of Blizzard, but that is, of course, the catch coming in from the Cobra.
And Boomer here
No pickups.
is the main target, but Anon trying to go for the head.
Turtle
But
resurrecting
on to the other
soon.
side of the map, it's going to be Granger just farming up, and things are looking good for the side of the Philippines.
And it is bad for the side of Indonesia because the wild charge is here. Catching 2, Villa is here as well. Red 1 dashing in, but there's no casualties whatsoever. They're just negating and denying this potential turtle take that Philippines can have. Meanwhile, Odianto still defending their bottom lane.
And Nepomuceno, they are acting as if they own their enemy's jungle.
Uh-huh.
They really want to end this right now. Putra on the other side just measuring up with the Shinkundo, and he doesn't have the Shunko, and that might be a pick-off here.
Ooh, Putra.
And he will actually stay alive.
Okay. Both of the teams.
Turtle is on the side of the Philippines.
Both of the teams playing their cards right here now.
Yes.
They're playing their cards right, poking each other, making out all of the specific skills, all of the important skills to be used. But meanwhile,
Request backup.
it's not about who gets kills, right?
Yes.
In terms of MOBAs, it's about objectives. So right now, Team Philippines, they are in the lead in terms of economy and in terms of kills. And they will catch Red 1. Okay, no, they
They
won't. Yes.
will actually get rid of Red
Yes.
1 right now.
So, yeah, okay. So, too much for the hype. Red 1 falls down.
Red 1 falls down. And this is a very bad spot for Indonesia. Indonesia, they need to figure out something. Philippines, they're really strong with the setup. And just Romayon just entering.
my.
Doing the fake check. Wow.
Doing the face check and doing it with swag. Nepomuceno coming in with the second kill. Oh my, okay, that is the export down, but he has the immortality. for Daos and Gustan, trying their best to hold this tier 2 tower. Meanwhile, Holiato is now playing the rat game, Butters.
We are in a reverse mode that earlier it was Villa who was doing these kinds of plays, but right now Philippines, they are on the aggressive side,
Yes.
while Indonesia, they're trying to find a way to win this game.
And they're everywhere. Nepomuceno popping that Purify to cancel out Putra's pick-off there. And man, team
Putra getting stunned.
Okay, Putra getting stunned. Here we go. That is of course another knock-up. But Philippines, Bataanon and Castro Mayor, the Giants, ladies and gentlemen, the big boys of Team Philippines, putting the stun onto Putra. Team Philippines, Nepomuceno, setting up the stand to stopper. Meanwhile, Vera going toe-to-toe with
Oh!
Okay, there you go. There's a setup. That is of course the ET.
Oh, look at that.
1, 2, 3. Castro Mayor.
Lord, resurrecting soon. Shut
But
down.
Arnold Hell putting in the bang, bang, bang. That's going to shut down onto the Super. The Lord is here.
Holiato, look at the damage coming out from Arcangel.
The damage, the bullet.
And it wasn't enough, but it was a good way to send a message that you can't bully us anymore, Tams. You are gonna go down if you do.
And man, it's about the early game. Jungle invade here for Team Philippines. 2-11.
And wow, what a game from these two teams. Indonesia right now, they can still win this game without a doubt.
Yes.
But right now, they are playing their cards right. But when you're on a 2-11 score,
Yeah.
sometimes playing your cards right isn't enough. You have to take your risks.
Definitely. And this is one squishy show from Putra here. Team Philippines negating this potential Putra backs out here. Meanwhile, 11 minutes in our game, Philippines. Bataanon stunning Putra. And we're gonna look at it, Butters. Team Indonesia, they do have the damage. They have Gustan, and it's looking very dangerous right now.
And Rinquan, look at that! He was the one who actually surprised, but he got surprised with the damage output here.
Ooh.
Coming out from Arcangel. Arcangel will Purify. He will try to take down Putra. Putra here going to the cover of his minions.
Find that immortality. Here comes another Salmon Force counter. Go for it, one. And nobody is dying as of the moment. Meanwhile, Philippines lurking inside the turtle pit. This Lord. They're attacking the Lord, and they will secure another objective.
The prey, the predators become the prey. That is the story of game number 5. Philippines, they're one tower, well actually 2 tower turrets away from securing this win. The question is, how will they pull it off?
Oh my, Team Indonesia. They were clearly leading at game number 2 to game number 3.
And look at this. The spawns of the, what do you call this, the Zask,
Yeah.
isn't really standing up to the damage that Arcangel throws out
Yeah.
with the Rhapsody.
Just one Rhapsody and that is long gone. Butters, there you go. Ferdaus faking this stretch. Faking that revenge, the Tyrant's revenge. 13 minutes in our game. Team Philippines, they're waiting for the Lord in the bottom lane. They're controlling the minion equilibrium. Castro Mayor is there. That is the turret being destroyed by Arcangel. Philippines are knocking inside the door right now, Butters.
They are knocking inside the base of Indonesia. They need to find a way to stop this, and right now they're just gonna go in.
Taking the outside, ladies and gentlemen. Castro Mayor is here. Raptor is here as well. That is Zaki coming in from Villa. But man, the Cobra dies. Nepomuceno is alive. Nepomuceno to dying, he says. And of course, the on the back line. We're down. It's a
Killing spree.
He's trying his best, but it's not enough.
You have to be the best if you want to go to the back line. Then Sonado's getting thrown out, but Anon catching up to Harris. Harris here, getting stunned. No follow-up, but right now Villa is trying to throw them away with the fire stick.
Oh no, man. The persistence from Holianto and Ferdaus, eliminating this potential loss.
The question is, Manjin, is Indonesia delaying the inevitable? That is the question right now, because Philippines, they can just do that all over again. And on to another lane.
But again, the Vader was at low health. Again, there's going to be another battle here in the bottom side. Grid 1. Oh no! Catching all of the Rhapsodies. He's dashing in. He needs the kill. That is 1,000 damage from the magic damage of this Harris. But he will fall in the hands of
Julianto Nepomuceno going for a duel. That's a 1v1. And they're chasing down after the Dams. If they take down the Dams, this might be it. But they're gonna stop the chase. And right now, they're gonna focus onto the middle lane. And the Dams getting caught out. He's being recruited to the Philippine team. Oh my goodness, what's happening?
What is happening? Arcangel and the Filipinos, just like they're in their slogan, they're walking like a boss. Look at Nepomuceno. He's walking as a boss. You're not the boss of me. The Philippines. Oh my
Down! Gustian! Gustian, can he do this? He will use his ultimate to stop the boss. Gustian getting gone out. Fair down here. They're trying to fight, and that will go down. Supra, that's been standing. Harris, will this be it? Will this be Philippines win?
Oh my Filipino! Red one! Flying and red! But that is Philippines! And Philippines!
The Filipinos have done it! Oh my goodness! From 1-2 lead coming out of Indonesia, they crawl back. They get the championship. They get the gold medal. And Filipino pride is running wild, ladies and gentlemen.
What you gonna do if the Filipino pride runs out on you? The comebacks of all comebacks!
And Indonesia, good game, well played.
GG, well played! Congratulations, Philippines, and congratulations to Indonesia. That is, of course, the esports handshake that we're witnessing right now. Team Philippines, your champions!
Nepomuceno, Bataanon, Villa, Rigo, Tortolas, Castro Mayor, Villa. I don't know if I missed someone.
And shout out to their coaches as well. And it's Mr. Worldwide.
And we do also have Mitch Diwada,
And James Coutinho.
James Coutinho, everyone. Oh my goodness. And let's head on to our highlights. What a game, what a series, and Philippines getting
Eternal
that
resurrection
win. My
soon.
goodness.
My goodness. I don't know, man. I want to say this, but I feel that it's all scripted. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
The commissioner is happy.
It's about the ratings.
It's about the commissioner's happiness.
It's about, no, but guys, we're kidding aside. We're just too shocked right now because all
resurrecting
hopes
soon.
are lost
Shut down.
for our country, but we managed to come back. I mean, Indonesia, they're one of a hell of a
Team.
team
They're
to
one
beat.
of a hell of a team.
Yes,
And
they've
wow.
proven themselves time and time again at MSC, at M1. But man, Philippines, the comeback is indeed real, Butters.
Team Philippines, they really had a talk by the time that game number 4 went in. And just looking at how their gameplay changed
Yes.
with the Bruno out of their lineup. Wow. Wow. And they stopped Indonesia from getting the Grand Slam. Manjin, they got the revenge that they wanted.
The revenge of the fallen.
The revenge of the fallen.
That is the storyline for
Killing
Team
spree.
Philippines against
Mega kill.
Indonesia.
Arcangel, Nepomuceno, Castro Mayor, Villa, and who's the other? Bataanon, Tortolas, Ribo Jr. Wow. What a performance coming out from the teams. And we don't have any words.
We don't have
We
any
don't
words.
have any
We
words.
don't have any words. Shout out to all of the people who is watching right now.
Ceremonies
And
of
there
the
is-
2019 Southeast Asian Games for Esports Mobile Legends.
And that is going to be for us
Again,
Again,
shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for listening.
yes.
Oh my, thank you so much for watching.
And for us, it's a great honor
Yes.
to just being able to cast in front of
Look,
you.
look at the- look at the
that,
faces.
look at the faces.
Look at the faces.
Look at the faces. Look at Villa. He's still
face-
angry.
the
He's still
faces.
angry. He already won. He's still angry. Wow.
angry,
What a
man.
play. What an angry boy.
The faces of the champs. The faces of the champs, bro.
And just knowing these players, we talk to them. We know their struggles. Through everything that they went through,
Yes.
they made it work. The dream became a reality.
Yes.
Team Philippines wins the gold medal in the 30th Southeast Asian Games
And I like
of
the hug.
the MLBB discipline.
I like the hugs, man. I like the hugs. From all of the managers to the production crew. From Panda and Dale, from the coaches.
And look at Kumish.
Look at
Kumish is
Kumish.
happy.
Look at the
Kumish is
Kumish.
happy like a bear.
Man, okay. The Filipino pride is real, but again, this is just the first esports game for
The esports category.
For the esports category here, the SEA Games. So, Team Philippines winning the gold. Indonesia, they got silver, and Malaysia, they got bronze. Shout outs to all of the countries who participated. Man, thank you so much for bringing us good games.
And again,
for bringing us good games.
And again, it was a pleasure and an honor to be able to cast the gold medal match of the 30th Southeast Asian Games coverage of MLBB discipline. We have been your shoutcasters and we're extremely honored. I am Butters, Mark Hison.
And I am Manjin Paldas. That is the conclusion of the Philippines 2019 30th SEA Games. Thank you so much and good night.
The 30th Southeast Asian Games is presented to you by our valued platinum sponsors: Ajinomoto, Philippine Airlines, the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation, Skyworth Phuket, Phoenix, Morris Garages, Pinnacle, Mega World, and Resorts World Manila. And brought to you with the cooperation of our gold sponsors: Pocari Sweat, Milo, MasterCard, Razer, NLEX, Coca-Cola, PLDT, and Smart. And supported by ASICS, BMW, SM Entertainment and Lifestyle, and FBT. For the latest updates, follow our official Facebook and Instagram page at 2019 SEA Games PH and use the hashtag #WeWinAs1 every time you post your photos online. May we request everyone to please settle down as the victory ceremonies for Esports Mobile Legends will begin in a few minutes. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the victory ceremonies of the 2019 Southeast Asian Games for Esports. Without further ado, please give it up for the Mobile Legends medalists. Medals will be presented by Ms. Jane Basas, Vice Chair, Philippine SEA Games, Esports Union, and President, Signal TV and TV5. Mr. Gatot S. Liua Broto, Secretary of the Ministry of Youth and Sports. Mr. Logan Shaw, Esports Director of Moonton, Publisher of Mobile Legends Bang Bang. place and winner of the bronze medal, representing Team Malaysia. Second place and winner of the silver medal, representing Team Indonesia. place and winner of the gold medal, representing Team Philippines. Ladies and gentlemen, your medalists for the 2019 Southeast Asian Games for Esports Mobile Legends. Please rise for the national anthem of Philippines. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, your medalists for the 2019 Southeast Asian Games for Esports Mobile Legends. We would like to invite our presenters to join our medalists for a group photo. We would also like to invite the team managers and coaches to join our medalists for another group photo.
We stand today, opponents.
We would also like to invite the competition manager and the venue manager to join our medalists for a group photo.
Our power when combined is a force to change the world. Our nations share a common dream. Our roots are old and new. Our stories, joyful echoings of bonds forged strong and true. Together we're universe. We are a future world. Yes, we compete, but the greatest feat is when we win as one. We win as one, unconquered. We win as one, unbowed. We
And that concludes the 2019 Southeast Asian Games Esports competition for Mobile Legends. Congratulations to all our winners and thank you to all our presenters. We would like to invite everyone to come and support fellow athletes during the closing ceremony in New Clark City on December 11, 2019. Tickets are available through online purchase or through SM Tickets. Please feel free to visit the official website of the SEA Games. That's at www.2019seagames.com for more details. Thank you very much and have a good night.
we compete, but the greatest feat is when we win.
This isn't about fame, fortune, or following. This is a calling. This is desire. This is obsession. This is what it takes to win. The search for more speed, focus, control. This is more than a game. This is esports.
As a fighting game community member, working with Razer has been such a great experience. We were working on arcade sticks for the longest time. We had the Aatrox, we had the Panthera, and then the Panthera Evo. But there was a segment of a controllers that we really didn't have, and that was the fighting game pad. The fight pad essentially is something that I think has a lot of potential, especially for newer fighting games. And seeing that there's a need for that into the market, I think Razer has finally stepped up and kind of met that demand. A fight pad really gets the best of both worlds. In this particular product, you have the classic arcade style layout with the 6 buttons. You also have the tactile responsive D-pad and just so much more and so much more care that goes above and beyond what you would have from your standard controller. And I think that's the beauty of the Ryan.
To make the ultimate gaming mouse, it needs speed and stability. It needs to be precise and instinctive. It needs to be light but strong. It needs to be reliable and swift. It needs to last. It needs to be ready. It needs a name.